Previously on the Fellguard. Our heroes met with the champions. Shit. Excellent right out of the gate. Our heroes met with the champions and Kashar of the Fellguard to share new information that they had learned. Oliver and Xeris were asked to step out of the meeting following some heated words, and Xeris shared that he was worried that Oliver was acting before he thought, which was unlike him. The rest of the group then devised a plan to use a new teleportation technology called Jaunt Tech to travel massive distances in mere seconds. The inventor, Mordain of the Travelers Guild, said that the technology was still in beta testing, but he believed that it could work for you all. Oliver then found Barum, and after learning that he was safe and accepting an invitation to a show at the Meridian Theater near the end of the week. Pepper spoke to Calland, learning that the only place to gather spell scrolls of the caliber used by the cultist would be in Basin Crest, the home of the Arcane Alliance. Voxy and Sarah chatted about that they had been keeping tabs with the children of Orcus, the cult that attacked the Fellguard, and never really considered them a credible threat never considered them a credible threat before. But Sarah then promised that she would keep an eye on Steward Zuri, the person who was in charge of hiring the staff for the wake. Xeris visited his family in the infirmary. His father was receiving treatment and expected to make a full recovery. He also mentioned that the Order of Light would look more into the children to see what else they could do to stop them. Then reconvening back at the training grounds with the Transporter Guild, they were given these bracers, so lovingly named Jauntlets by Pepper, and were told to keep those safe if they wanted to return back to the teleportation circle that they were on. Right before they teleported, Sarah then asked Pepper to step aside, and citing the attack that just happened, said that she didn't want to live her life with regrets. So Sarah asked Pepper out on a date, also to the Meridian Theater. Pepper immediately had no idea it was a date and thinks that they are currently going as friends, so that's really great news for Sarah. The group then teleported to the barren slopes of frigid and lifeless area north of Autumn Hall, and they laid a trap for the cultists, and after 5 days of waiting, the cultists arrived. Pepper kidnapped one of them using a very powerful Zone of Truth spell, and learned that the cult wasn't technically responsible for the attack. The cult was given instructions and funds from a mysterious letter writer. Someone else had been orchestrating the attack and planning. The cultists, still following the letters, were able to carry out these plans, but now, unfortunately, were on their own. Xeris and Oliver triggered an avalanche, and after some fighting up on a watchtower and the appearance of Imalar, the Red Dragon, the group finished their job and teleported back to Dawnspire. Except, something was wrong. During teleportation, their minds and bodies had switched within the exterior planes that they had traveled through, and our heroes ended our session basically, like Oliver said, in the third act of Scooby-Doo style, with a date in about an hour, which reminds me, this looks a little wrong. How about there we go. That's a lot better. All right, so we begin our story with the group of you and Calcorin arriving back in the teleportation circle and realizing what's going on. Calcorin touching his body and being like, I think everything's okay. We did it. We did it.
Is there a mirror right there?
What?
I point at my reflection. Is this some sort... Pepper, are you doing a spell? Where is Pepper?
No, I dropped my spell.
Oh no.
What happened?
I don't understand something.
Mordain,
wrong.
You hear a clatter behind you, and running up is Mordain, who was watching the teleportation circle for the past couple of days. He comes running up and goes, okay, everything's fine. Everything looks visually okay. Do we feel different?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no. Okay, stand by. I think I can fix this. We might be able to perhaps send you back through the teleportation circle one more time.
Whoa, hang on, because I have a date in an hour.
You have a date?
I have a date in an hour. Oh. I don't have time to go back through the circle. Just fix it here.
We don't have the spells for this. This is going to require something a bit more powerful than what we can do right at this moment.
I do not want to go back through that. That it's just going to cause more problems.
This seems like something we need to handle immediately.
We can fix this. We can fix this. We can hold on real fast. Let me see if I can I might be able to speak with some members of maybe the Arcane Alliance are still here, though they might have left a couple of weeks ago or a couple days ago.
Hurry.
Okay.
Now.
Stand by. Hold on. And you see as Mordain rushes off as fast as humanly possible. Cal Corin goes, I think I'm fine. I'm going to help him out. And he takes off running as well.
What? Wait, no, but
Oh,
we
of
have
course he's fine.
Of course he's fine.
Well, I suppose it could have been worse. He could have switched places with the dragon, I suppose.
The dragon didn't have a gauntlet.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well,
Gauntlet.
Jauntlet. Apologies.
Okay.
Okay.
Oliver, what do we do? You have a date and I have a friendship.
You have a friendship. Oh, that's right. You're going to the same show, aren't you?
Yeah.
You guys can't go on dates
do.
while we're all swapped.
We have to
You can't-
fix this.
Listen
Oh
to
my
me.
God, Voxy, you're right. We should go on these dates while we're swapped.
That's
What?
literally not what I said.
Well, that's what I have heard. We don't have time, Oliver. We don't have time to
No.
switch things. If we just go, it'll be really fast. I think I've talked to Barum like one time, so I've probably got the gist of his whole thing.
Okay, all right. Listen, I agree with you. This is far too important. We can't not go on the dates, and okay, but we have to. If you mess this up for me,
Oliver!
I will still be your
would
friend, and I will still
never.
love you, but I will feel really bad.
No, I will be so good. I will seduce Baron so hard, Oliver. He will not
Wait,
be
no.
prepared for
Hey,
what
no.
I bring.
I need you to treat this as a first date. Do not seduce.
Okay. Give me another verb. Give me an actionable verb.
I don't know, Pepper. Just play it. Just do the normal. You.
Somehow
I think telling Pepper to do the normal is the exact opposite of what.
No,
is
it's
going
great.
to happen.
I will role play so hard as
Well,
Oliver
hang on.
on
What
a
do you
first
mean by
date.
role play?
You
Okay,
know, be
here's-
Oliver on a first date. I will be very awkward and uncomfortable and not know what to do.
Hey.
I believe
That does
all of
sound like
that.
Oliver.
Here's what we're gonna do. I think you guys do your thing as normal. Go on your dates and hope that they go well. And then Xeris and I can go and find a solution and swap us all back. We'll go talk to the magic people who made this and go find Mordain and we'll get it all swapped back. It can't be that
Magic.
hard, right?
As soon as possible.
Magic. I cast prestidigitation.
Do you
I
have
clean
Preston?
myself.
You, as the dust and dirt comes off of you, as well as the snow that was covering your body.
You can just do it. You don't have to try. You don't have to sit there really hard and think as hard as you can to try and make it happen. It doesn't even hurt. Oh my goodness.
What do you mean magic hurts for you? What are you talking about?
Look, I cast produce flame.
It appears in your palm
Stop
a small
it.
little
Those
mote
are
of flame.
dangerous.
Oliver,
You have to be careful,
please.
Oliver.
I don't know how to
don't
turn
burn
it
down
off.
This
anything.
is how they've set everything on fire. You see? This is what happens. Okay?
How
We're
we
not
turn it
gonna do that
off?
again.
If Oliver set something on fire, it is not my fault this
Not
time,
on you,
guys.
Pepper, no.
Although
it's
it will be blamed on you.
Oliver,
No.
just put it out. Just do it. You can just do it.
Give me an Arcana check, Oliver, in Pepper's body.
Okay, with my own arcana?
Yeah.
How are we doing this?
With
I hope it's not Pepper's.
Pepper's Arcana.
All right.
What's- Arcana is wisdom, right?
It's intelligence.
Intelligence. So it'll be your
Yeah,
Arcana
right.
then. Yeah.
Sorry, was so excited about tonight, I forgot to pull up Oliver's character sheet. Let's roll dice for a minute. Okay, come on, D&D Beyond, you can do it. I know, I believe in you. I have rolled a 13.
13. Okay, a little bit of focusing, but the fire disappears from your palm.
There was no pain whatsoever. My stomach feels fine.
Oliver, how do you cast spells? How do you cast? I feel very insecure now that I do not have magic.
You have magic. I have magic.
Wait, do. How do I do it?
You have to first visualize the text of the spell book where you learn the spell, and then focus really hard on the active verbs in the text. You read Draconic, right?
We're gonna be here all day.
Do I look like I read Draconic?
Do we have time for this?
You're
We
right. No,
really don't.
I prestidigitate my body to clean it.
You clear off the snow covering Oliver's body.
Come here. Get closer. I'm just gonna.
You watch as Pepper is trying to fix Oliver's beard and hair uncomfortably. It doesn't really make sense, but in a way it also kind of does.
I had no idea my nose was this big. And I just pluck a nose hair.
Ow!
5 points of damage now.
Not with Pepper's strength.
Sorry, I forgot to turn off the fire.
Xeris.
All right, now that we're all gussied up,
Yeah.
can we get going, please?
Okay. All right.
Oliver, Pepper, do you two have a change of clothes that you want to change into, or are you going to go in your adventuring robes and armor?
I'm not entirely sure that Oliver has a change of clothes.
He did bring a outfit that he usually wore with to the book tours. That was established in the first episode.
Oh yeah. Pepper, if you'll just go into my pack there, there's it's not chainmail. I don't know if that's helpful.
Well, it is, because this is very uncomfortable.
Okay. How do I look? How do you look? Is this?
You look beautiful, of course.
Okay, very good. Hey, here's a question. Are you romantically interested in Sarah? I just need to know how I'm supposed to. Do you want me to? I can do this for you and just let her down now and just explain very logically that you don't have any interest in her and just she'll understand. I'm sure I can explain it properly.
Xeris is looking between the two of you frantically. Xeris as Voxy as Xeris, in almost a like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" moment.
Yeah.
Oliver, I never really thought about it.
But you're
So
going
why
on
don't you get to Oliver? This is the task I assign you. Get to know Sarah for me, and see, and you can tell me if you think that you should go for it, or maybe you're out of her league. I don't think so. I think Sarah is great, but I have never once. Is this a date?
Yes.
Oh God.
Did Sarah ask me on a date?
Pepper.
It is very unlikely for someone to say, "Oh my goodness, I've nearly died. Let me see if that person wants to hang out."
Oliver, get inspiration for that.
Huh. Okay.
Pepper. Yes. I mean, it caught me by surprise too. But yeah, that's what she did.
Okay, Voxy, I'm sorry. I know you're romantically interested in Sarah, and I
No,
didn't mean to take it away.
Hold on, slow down.
You guys have such chemistry. There's always such tension.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's absolutely no. No, like that's just.
This is perfect. So I'll
No,
prepare a
I don't-
dossier on Sarah, and then we can decide which of you wants to date her based on that.
I never said that I wanted to. That's not. I'm gonna go find a spell.
So when are these dates supposed to happen? Because we're wasting a lot of
You
time.
are running out of time.
48 minutes.
Okay. You guys go. Cirrus and I, or Voxy and
We
are gonna go figure out what to do.
All right, so Oliver and Pepper head out, going to go get changed and head in the direction of the Meridian Theater. Meanwhile, Voxy and Xeris are heading back into the Fellguard Guild Hall to see if they can meet up with Mordain and Calcorin to see what the next step is in fixing whatever arcane mishaps have just happened. We're going to start with the theater. So, the Meridian Theater is a vast building with gold and scarlet trimmings against this beautiful white stone. The front has these carved reliefs that show ancient battles and really dramatic moments of the history of the dueling serpents, and a massive sign on the entrance says Shadows of the Crown, featuring Stanler Plum, Alara Vale, and Daltis Tanner. Do you two arrive together, Oliver and Pepper, or are you going to arrive separately?
I would like to ideally spend as much time as possible planning.
Okay.
Like,
I think so.
So,
I think
I
we
think-
arrive together.
Okay. Gotcha. So
but
you're
when we get
walking
there,
up towards the theater right now.
I'm going to, just to make sure that there's not any misunderstandings, I'm just gonna, and then take like 3 steps to the right to create a little bit more space. That way, they will not be concerned about the fact that we have arrived together.
You're walking on
Oliver, we know
either
where
side
this
of a
thing-
sidewalk.
Oliver, this is an uncomfortable distance to be walking next to each
Take
other.
1 step closer.
Better.
Hey, listen, I need I need a favor from you.
Okay.
On the off chance that Barum attempts to perform a kiss upon you, me.
Nope.
Well, yeah,
Mm-mm.
thank you. I just
Nope.
find a nice way, a nice way to avoid it. So not to. I just listen. I really
I'll say I
like
don't
that.
kiss on the first date, Oliver.
Is that perfect? Yes.
Mhm.
I just, this is kind of embarrassing, but I haven't I would really like to be in my body when I kiss somebody.
That makes sense. I will not take that from you. Also, do not kiss Sarah. I do not even know if
Oh, this is purely a fact-finding mission.
I don't
worry.
know. Oliver, I've thought about kissing Sarah a lot, but I've never thought about being romantically interested or dating her. Do you think that means something?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. I'm just
I
gonna
just think about
fact-finding
holding
mission.
hands with her a lot, and I think about like us hanging out together, like one-on-one, and like sometimes like I think about like me doing archery, and then she's behind me, like also doing like helping me with the bow and stuff, you know?
Oh,
But
you're
I thought
looking
that
for
was
a
just,
workout
like-
partner.
I thought I just wanted to hang out more.
Well, when you envision when you spend time thinking about these things, is it what emotional sensation do you feel in the moment? Is it here I am thinking about touching Sarah again. Oh, she probably her hands probably are really rough from all the archery. I don't like it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Much like when you watch performances of wagons crashing, similar concept? Or is it more like, wow, this is a thing that I really enjoy fixating on?
I am so distracted by everything you have just said. I do not know what the question was.
Listen, this is a very high intensity moment. I'm incredibly nervous.
Don't be nervous. You can't listen. It will be fine, no matter what. Can you just do me a favor?
Yes.
Oliver, I have a deep-rooted fear of the theater and actors, and I do not know if that anxiety will manifest in my body, but I would not recommend talking to any actors.
Is that why
If
my
you see-
eye has been twitching?
Don't worry about it.
A
Hey,
voice calls
don't
out,
talk to any actors.
and you hear Oliver over here, and doing like a kind of half jog
Immediately start
over. And Barum walks up, and you see that he is very, very neatly dressed in this like sort of green and gold suit that's a little bit shimmery. And his hair has been very neatly combed. He looks like he has really put in a lot of effort to look good tonight. And he walks over to you, Pepper, as Oliver. That's gonna get a lot of confusing stuff like that, just so you know. And he walks over and goes, "Wow, you look great. I didn't know Pepper was gonna come along."
I close my jaw and just. I
Yeah,
also I am
Pepper-
going to the theater.
Yeah, Pepper and I are Pepper's hanging out with Sarah tonight, and so we are going, but so are we. You and I, there. You look amazing. Look at
Oh.
you.
Stop. I was just excited. I just wanted to look nice. Oliver, are you okay? Do you have a cold or something?
Yeah, you know how we had to go do the teleportation thing earlier?
Yeah?
It kind of messed with my voice a little bit, so
I
it's
see.
just, some
I've-
residual effects of that.
I see.
We're
I was
having sinus pressure issues.
I'm glad that the
I-
count
do you
is
have-
here.
Do you have message? You have message. I'm just gonna message you and go, "How am I doing?"
About as good as I am.
Hey.
Bayram, maybe we should go, get to our seats?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, here. He walks over, and you see as he offers up his arm.
I slowly take his arm, just making eye contact with Pepper all the while.
Go.
He starts walking, and the two of you walk over in the direction of the theater. And as you are looking up, you walk in through the main entrance, and you see that the foyer sort of opens up into this beautiful staircase that leads up to the lobby level. Excuse me. And hundreds of people are spread out through this, and you can overhear a couple statements being said in the crowd. One person goes, "Well, I hear this is Dalton's best work yet. I always liked him in villain roles." Somebody else goes, "Laura's supposed to be up for an award for this one, I think." And somebody else goes, "I can't believe they're charging 5 silver for a pint. It's highway robbery at this point." And you watch as Barum is looking around at everybody, and as he's walking up, you can see that he's like breathing a little faster when he reaches the staircase.
I'll just kind of like where I have his arm, just kind of give him a little affectionate pat and go,
He-
"Hey, don't be. I'm a little nervous. to be honest.
I thought it was just me. I'm sorry. I'm just
No.
I haven't been on a date in some time, and I was just a little just wanted to make a good impression with you, especially since it's been so long.
It really has been.
Do you want to get some food or anything? Any like popcorn or maybe an ale or something before? It's a little pricey, but I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, Yeah, let's get some. I'm gonna do an intelligence check for
Sure.
Pepper to see if they know that they should not be drinking in this situation.
Oh, no.
Let's get some ale. Definitely.
Stop posting wobbly in the chat.
I had to get the spelling right.
All of you have disadvantage now on everything. 10 damage. You die. Rocks fall. Everyone kills you.
Did you just turn everybody into rocks and then
Yes.
drop them on me?
Yes, I did. What'd you roll, Oliver?
I rolled a 3. I have a -1.
Yeah. Do you want some wine, some ale, some spirits? What are you looking for?
I would think Oliver is an ale guy. Pepper's
Okay.
not, but Pepper's trying to look like, you know, like an ale guy that they assume Oliver
Sure.
is.
Barum goes over and orders just a white wine and says, and whatever you want.
I'll have the house ale.
The guy behind the counter goes and gives like a okay. Goes over and pours it, brings it over. Barum pays, and Barum holds up the glass and to clink, and clinks it and takes a little sip of his wine, and you take a draft of your ale.
Yep.
Give me a
two
Constitution
big
saving
sip.
throw.
Okay. Not good. Let's say, well, a 10.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. So you sort of take a sip of it, 2 big gulps, trying to at least get some alcohol in you, thinking that might help alleviate your stress, right? And you kind of do that little like chug, swallow, okay, swallow again, and right yourself as Barum sort of stares at you a little bit longer than you would like, and then he says, "Why don't we go get our seats?"
Yeah.
And
that sounds great.
the two of you head over in the direction of the where your seats are. Cutting back outside now, Pepper, you see Sarah Delnice walking up, and she is dressed in a beautiful like one piece not like a romper type deal, but it's like one full outfit. Jumpsuit. Thank you. That's the word. It is a brilliant orange with yellow highlights on it, and you can see that there is this like half cape that she has over her shoulder, which is pretty customary for champions to wear. And as she walks up, you can tell that she also put in a lot of effort to look good for you. And when she comes up, she says, "Pepper, I'm so glad you made it back in time."
Yes, hello. We have just made it. We were here an hour ago.
Oh, good. And you're feeling fine. You're refreshed and ready to see a show.
Yes, I am so ready to see this.
Good. Then let's go in. And real quick, do you know anything about the show? The Shadows of the Town?
I know that it will be performed on a raised platform, which is called a stage.
Okay.
There will likely be areas of darkness where we are sitting, and areas of brighter light where they are sitting, where they are standing while they are
Sure.
performing the play.
All right, Pepper, I understand. I get it. I was just saying this was an invitation by one of the actors, Stanley Plum. I'm friends with him, and he offered to give me and a guest some free tickets. And so I was going to go and we could go chat with him before the show started.
Oh no.
What?
It is it's one thing I know about the theater is it's bad luck to go backstage before the show. You have to go after. Because right now he is probably in a mental state where he must to prepare.
He did invite me and told me specifically to
Oh.
come before the show.
Oh. I have misunderstood these traditions, I suppose.
Are you feeling all right, Pepper?
Okay. Yes, I am so great. It has been 5 days since I have seen you.
You're right. Let's.
In this time period, and I pull out a little notebook. In this time period, what sort of leisure activities have you done?
I haven't done too much leisuring. We've been cleaning up things for the attack on the Fellguard. I've been talking with Stuart Zuri. I've been working with the Arcane Alliance, and well, things have gotten pretty intense over at the Fellguard. They've started their meetings to assign a new leader, and they've currently on day 2.
And you have spent most of your time working on these things?
Yes.
Would you say this is a normal or abnormal amount of work time in a given week?
Well, I'm a champion, so it's pretty normal. I spend a lot of time at the Fellguard, Pepper.
Okay. I
So
scribble in my book.
What have you been up to
Let's-
for the past 5 years? I feel like we haven't had too much time to catch up.
Oh, it's these 5 years. So many things that it almost feels like I wasn't even there.
That's not
Let's
the normal
go-
saying.
There's an actor. Let's go there.
Okay, fine. We can go on. We'll here, follow me. And she walks in, and you see a bunch of people turn their heads to look at her being there, and also see you, Pepper, for being there as well.
Do I see Oliver?
No, Oliver has gone in at this point, pretty far in.
Okay. I'm gonna like go to message Oliver and say, what do I do? She's taking me to an actor, but then realize that I'm on my own.
All right, so
Okay,
we are going
we're
to
going to see an actor.
we're going to cut now over to Voxy and Xeris. So you two are in the Fellguard Guild Hall, and you've just ran into Mordain and Calcorin. And Calcorin is going, "What do you mean we can't speak with them?" And Mordain says, "They're currently in the meeting. We can't bother them while they're in session right now. They're picking a new leader for the Fellguard. It's a pretty big deal. We're not going to be able to chat with the Arcane Alliance right this moment."
How long do we have to wait?
It could be any number of days, weeks. It took them 2 weeks.
Days?
Took them 2 weeks last time to pick a new leader.
Can we have them like talk to us on their lunch break or something? Can they take 5 minutes to talk to us and at least let us know if this is possible?
Look, there is one thing that we can do. So the spell that you need in order to shift back, it's a pretty high level spell. But there is a magic shop in town who might be able to create a scroll for you. Here, and he writes down an address on a little piece of parchment and hands it over to you, and says, "You go there, see if you can source a scroll, and if you can't, come back, and I'll see if we can get like special permission to meet with the assembly." How does that sound?
It's as good of a solution as any. I'm just gonna grab it and just start walking.
Does Voxy, Xeris was holding it. Does Voxy's brain recognize this place?
I don't think so. Or actually, no, Voxy, you probably do. This is a pretty well-known magic shop that sources potions and magical items for the Fellguard. As if you ever need like things for a hunt, right? Things for a contract. This place is called the Laughing Skull.
I've heard of this place. I think they're right. I think this is our best option to
Let's,
check it out.
Roxy, let's
So,
go. I mean, Cirrus, let's go. I mean, let's go.
let's go.
Two of you walk out of the Fellguard and make your way down to the lower tier. As you do, you find yourselves with a moment to chat between the two of you. A moment that you don't usually get. What's the vibe like?
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. I'd say
I'm-
uncomfortable for reasons that aren't necessarily like each other, but at the
Yeah.
same time, yeah, it's like I am just not.
I'm not used to walking in this body, and it's weird. I don't have my armor. I am in different armor, and I don't feel like myself, and it's very uncomfortable.
You keep reaching up and touching your horns that are on your head, Xeris.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I've never had. How do you deal with these? They're
I mean, they're
like in
just-
your eye line. Like when I look up, I can see them just like all the time. How do
Then
you
don't
deal
look
with
up all
that?
the time.
Well, no, just like they're just. I mean, okay, yeah, they're just there. They're like it's like wearing a hat. It's weird. Do they itch?
No. What?
I-
If they'd itch, wouldn't you feel them itching?
I was just wondering if they itched you.
No.
Oh,
Do
okay.
they-
All right.
What?
They don't itch me. I was just curious. I don't know. I've never had horns before. I don't understand. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, they're horns. You
yeah,
have them.
They're weird. Have they always been this long, or did they like grow with you?
I mean, yeah. What?
I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. I don't.
Obviously.
I mean,
We're both. This is ridiculous, and we need to solve this now.
I know. That's why we're going. We're going. We're gonna figure it out while the others are romancing the rest of the town. I don't know.
To be
You-
honest, being a fly on that wall would be amazing. But
I'm
yes, we
a
we
little
need to keep
jealous
going.
we can't watch.
You arrive in front of the Laughing Skull. And the front of the store is decorated with this large golden and black sign that features a golden skull against a black background with its mouth wide open, and fancy script that is pouring out of the mouth says the Laughing Skull. And the front windows are nearly covered with stacks of books and candles that are glowing and flickering in different colors. You open the door to the shop and are immediately hit with a myriad of incenses and strong floral smells. There's a faint blue haze in the air. And the walls are floor-to-ceiling shelving with assortment of books, spells, items. Some items are covered with glass domes. Some are chained to the wall as they are like moving and trying frantically to break free. And you see that some are sitting atop fancy pillows. And then floating in the air are some strange feathers that flit and fly around in almost like a flock over on the ceiling. In the center of the room sits a large pedestal where a black and gold skull, intricately carved with hundreds of runes, sits on a large purple pillow, and a glass case covers the skull. Voxy, you shut the door behind you, and Xeris, you take 1 point of damage as you yelp out in pain as you, Voxy, you open the door again, and Xeris's tail flits into the room.
Ow! I didn't even know I had that. How have you always had a tail?
Yes. Do you not pay attention?
No, I guess I just forget. I didn't even realize that I
Is
had
there
that.
anyone else in this shop, or are we alone?
It seems like you're alone until a voice speaks out. And the voice goes, "Welcome to the Laughing Skull, the premier magic shop of Dawnspire. Please do not touch the items unless invited to. Please do not stare at the feathers near the ceiling. They are self-conscious, and we have been working on their confidence issues. If you are cursed, you are required by law to tell us before attempting to sell any items, and we are currently not accepting any more magical rings. Hello, my name is Lucas. How may I be of arcane service to you?"
We need a spell. We need a spell because we switched bodies. It's weird. We went through this thing. I don't even want to begin with it, but it's the problem that we need to solve right now. And I think you're the one that can help us. So please help us. Thank you.
Oh, I'm not the one who's
What
going to
he
be
said.
able to help you. It'll be Lucas who helps you. Lucas!
Oh my God. Then where's Lucas?
And you see a large, burly man come from around a corner and walk up next to the skull that was just speaking to you. This man has a big beard, wide shoulders, and a tiny, tiny cap on his head. You instantly recognize this man, Xeris, as Voxy. He was the one who helped you with your locket in season 1.
Hello again.
Hi,
I mean-
how we doing?
Okay,
Yeah.
we have a problem. We switched bodies.
Yeah, these two, they said that they switched bodies. And Lucas goes, all right. Well, we can probably take care of that. You
Good.
have
Take
the
care of it now.
ingredients for the soul swap spell.
What ingredients? We were just told to come here.
We don't know what we need. This is the first information we're getting.
Hold on 1 second. He goes and he sort of like slowly meanders over behind the counter, and Lucas, the skull, says, listen, there's a lot of different spells out there, okay? We're gonna have to do a little bit of research on this one. And Lucas behind the
Rolling my
bar
eyes for days.
grabs a book, and it's a giant tome that he puts over and he flips through it. And you see him go, there we go. The soul swap spell. Let's see here. It's not a cheap spell. It might take about an hour or so to develop once we got the ingredients for it, but I think it should be fairly straightforward. Cost the materials to make the spell is gonna be 50 gold pieces, and then let's see, it's a
50?
single-use spell, so this arcane energy is gonna burn up the scroll on you. So it's just you two, yeah?
No,
No,
it's
no, it's-
there's 4 of us.
Oh, okay. Well, we need to get them into the same place at once. The ingredients you need are a hair of the people intended to swap, and then you need a little piece of jet, a deep black gemstone.
Where do we get
Where do
that?
we get that?
Oh, I don't know. I figured you had it. You wanted the spell to be made.
Oh
Oh,
my
this is
God.
This is a magic shop. Shouldn't you sell magic ingredients in the magic shop?
Lucas goes, What makes you think a stone is a magical thing? It's just a rock. We source our
But we-
stuff from different
You're
places.
You're
in
using
the-
it in a magic spell. Okay. All right. Sure.
Tiefling's
We'll
giving
go
us a
find
lot
the
of
jet.
grief, eh,
Do you know
Lucas?
where-
Oh, Lucas, it's all right. They seem upset. I think we can help them.
Do you know where we should start to look for this gemstone?
Well, I would look down in the market.
Okay. When we get it, you said it's gonna take an hour to make,
Roughly an hour, yeah. You bring the jet.
and then how long does it take to work?
It should be instantaneous. As soon as the spell is
Okay.
on the scroll,
All
you
right,
should
we
be
like
able to use the
instantaneous.
scroll. But in this case, as long as you've got the hairs of the people needed in order to make, gather them up, place them upon the scroll itself, and then boom, you should just be able to cast it. If you bring the jet
Do the
back here, I'll have the spell ready in about an hour.
So we don't need them physically here. We just need a piece of
their hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it would help if you're all 4 in the same. You
Okay.
said it was 4, yeah?
Yes.
It would help if you 4 are in the same area,
Yeah,
just in case
They're
things
just
go
a little
a bit awry.
otherwise occupied.
Distances tend to make
Yeah, they're
things a
just
bit
little
difficult.
occupied. Out of game, how far away is the theater from this store?
It's on a different tier entirely, so you're probably looking at about hour and a half of walking around to get up there.
Great. Love that.
Oh, is there
Thank
no
you.
public transit in Dongstown?
Can I
No.
not hail a cart?
No, I mean
Ugh.
you could probably hire a cart, but
Okay. All right. Well, Xeris, do we wait, or Foxy, do we wait for their date to be over, or do we
I
just
don't
do
wanna
this
wait.
now? I don't want to wait either. But we can't just pull them out of the theater. Then
mean-
Sarah and Barum will know what's up.
So I'll say this. Basically, the situation is he needs 50 gold pieces in order to start making the spell scroll. Then
We
the
don't
spell
have that.
scroll is an item that can be used in coordination with the ingredients. So if you get the jet and the pieces of hair, you can cast the spell and it will be an instantaneous swap. So your best bet in this case right now is to find the jet, get the spell scroll from him, and meet back at the theater and swap at the theater.
Yes. So let's do that. Everything that I just said. And where's the market? let's go to the market. Let's go to the market.
Sounds good.
Didn't know we were doing
Goodbye,
a
thank
little
you.
bit of a travel agency either here, Lucas. And Lucas says, they might be new here, Lucas. You can't be so rude like that. And Lucas says, come back in an hour and I'll have this ready for you.
Alright.
Also bring 50 gold pieces. We'll need that.
Okay. Do we have 50 gold?
Does Oliver have 50 gold? He did write that book.
Voxy lives in the castle.
You guys have gold on your inventory sheets. How much gold do you guys have? Jesus.
I don't think I've kept track of inventory of gold because we've never used gold in this.
Yeah, we've never needed to have gold. We've never had to buy anything. People just give us stuff.
Yeah, I don't think we've bought. I don't remember the last time I bought.
You spoiled people. My God. I just don't even know how much I've got in my account. I just swipe it and it
Oh.
works.
I
Until it
have
doesn't.
14 according to my character sheet.
Is that your character sheet or my
Oh,
character sheet?
it's your character sheet. Let's see how much
Okay, so I
I
have
have.
14. How much do you have?
It's just our starting gold from when we made the character.
I kept
Oh,
it. It was like my first dollar.
Cirrus is fucking. I guess I got.
Are you
money.
loaded?
I got 48 gold.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
from-
we got it.
We got it.
All right. So.
All right, so you're heading to the market?
Although,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Although
Go
we're
ahead.
gonna make them.
Oh, but wait, we gotta pay for the jet and the spell. Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out.
We're gonna need money from the others because I'm not
Yeah.
fronting this entirely. Yourself,
No.
myself, I don't know. I'm so confused. Let's just get to the
Maybe-
market.
Let's just go.
All right, so you head over towards the market, taking another. You were on the second tier. You're heading down to the first tier. So the first tier there's a bit of a divide in terms of like almost classes from the first, second to the third tier. Third tier is where you get a lot of the guild halls and a lot of these like big, high-end kind of boutique shops. Second tier is where you get a lot of the like mercantile stuff, and then the first tier is where there's a lot of where the people live. And so, like, as you are going down, and 74 gold, and I don't know how, is a gift from Papa Calland. So
Sure.
you
My allowance.
you're allowed.
They don't pay rent.
So heading down to the first tier, you can see that there's a large number of people that are out and about. It's evening on basically a Friday night. And you can see that there are people in the streets who are walking about. There's restaurants and other stores. And you can see that there are in the distance, there's music that is playing. And you can see that there's a large number of people congregating over there. So Voxy and Sirius, you make your way over there, kind of bickering back and forth about the cost of getting your souls swapped and how much you have to deal with that. And as you finally make your way over, you can see that there is a like night market that has been set up. There are hundreds of stalls and these little vendors that are out and about. There's meats that are smoking. There are vegetables and stuff that are being sold. There's artisanal honeys and all sorts of things that you can see. There's a huge section that's just like textiles and carpets and rugs and all sorts of beautiful and fine cloth that has been woven. And there's people running everywhere. It's just like a mass of people. There are kids that are running through the crowd. There's people who are talking and milling about. There's a bunch of stalls that are selling ales and meads and all sorts of things. And when you all arrive here, you can see that it is bustling. But trying to find exactly what you need is going to be tough. Who would like to give me a perception check to see if they can spot a place that might sell jet?
This is
I
where
was gonna
we-
say that I'm just gonna be shouting of what we need to see if anyone can.
I am I remind
Okay,
me.
so
Am I?
so Voxy's going,
Okay.
Jet! I need Jet! What? Do you sell Jet?
Does anyone
just like-
sell Jet?
I'm like, Xerus,
Jet.
shut up. Xerus,
Jet.
shut up.
Xerus, give me
What?
a Xerus or Voxy as Xerus, give me a perception check.
Is this who do I roll for perception?
Am I rolling?
So
Xerus's-
perception is a mental stat, so you'll roll your stat.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so
Okay.
Voxy,
Double
or
my
sorry,
check back up.
Xerus as Voxy, you are not rolling. It is Voxy as Xerus who is rolling.
Ooh, I got a dirty 20.
Okay. You spot people are looking at Voxy, walking around shouting, and you hear a couple of them going, I think she's with the Fellguard? Oh, she shouldn't be acting like
God.
that if she's with the Fellguard.
Oh
I heard she was
god.
in line for the champions. That's...
I'm gonna
One
grab.
person goes, oh,
I'm gonna-
I'd never be acting like that.
Oh god, I'm just gonna grab Xerus. And I'm gonna
Jet!
go or Foxy, and I'm gonna go.
Jet.
Shut.
What?
I swear
What?
to God. I
We
swear
have to
God, I
find
will
this thing
stab you
now.
with your own dagger if you don't stop it. Okay, you are making me look bad.
Good
Stop
luck.
it. Okay, just we're gonna find somebody, and I'm gonna look around, and I'm gonna look for the closest thing that might sell rocks.
Okay. You see a small little, like, jeweler stand, basically.
See,
And you
there, let's
see
go.
like, the oldest woman you've ever seen. A crone, if you will, who is running this. One eye bigger than the other. She's hunched over, and she has all these little, like, gemstones and bits of, like, rings and bands and stuff. And she sees the two of you walk up, and she goes, hello.
Hi. Excuse me. Hi. We need. We're looking for Jet. Do you have Jet? We need to buy Jet.
Like the stone?
I'm just gonna be staring at you, trying
Yes.
to pretend to be me.
Yes. The
We do
stone.
carry it. Is this for something special,
Great.
an occasion, perhaps? Perhaps some
Yes.
matrimony that is being performed? The two of you are a lovely couple, I do say.
What? No.
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 Absolutely not.
A
Um,
little too many
no,
no's on
this is
that
for a-
one.
This is for a spell. No details. No questions, please.
My
Uh,
beautiful, intricate jewelry is not used as spell components. This is art that I provide. I have a beautiful
We would
shop that I
love-
also have.
I'm just
She
gonna,
gestures across the way, and you
We-
see that it's a very, very, almost a vacant store.
Is
I'm
that where
just
we
gonna-
can buy Jet?
I'm just gonna nudge myself.
Give me
and say-
a perception check, Voxy.
Okay.
Which Foxy?
When
Mental
I say,
Foxy or
when
body
I say,
Foxy?
When I say your name, I'm referring to the
Yes.
name that is under your face right now.
Oh, you want me
Okay.
to get...
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
Perception. Let's see. 21.
There is a deep black gemstone circlet that is resting on a pillow
Yep.
on this
I'm
tray in
just-
front of her.
I'm just gonna nudge.
Okay. And I
Just
gonna-
steal it. Just steal it. Steal
I
it.
can't
Just
steal it.
You can
How
steal
would
it.
she know
You
that?
can steal. You definitely can steal it. Just steal it. It's not hard.
I
It's not.
And
it is-
I
What did
would
you
as
say?
This rogue, as this rogue, I would be able to do this, right? Quickly.
Are you saying this out loud?
Okay. No, I'm not saying this to the crone.
Okay.
I was saying this to my TM, making sure that
So I'll say this:
like,
she's
podcast
talking.
or
She's talking
podcast.
to the two of you. If you were going to attempt to steal from her, she's gonna
she's
probably
gonna
notice.
know. Okay, so okay.
Hey, this shop.
gonna-
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 70 years.
Oh, wow. Okay, show me something. What should I buy?
You should buy my jewelry. I spend hours making it. I weave all the chainmail by hand.
What's the most rare thing that you have that will take you the longest to go find and bring back here?
My entire
Right.
stock sits upon this table.
Okay. What's that over there? And I point.
So would you rather this be a performance or a persuasion check here?
As I'm rolling,
I'm
my
just gonna stare. I'm just
my
gonna stare.
mental. So it's
Like,
Foxy's
what the fuck?
performance or a what?
Or a persuasion?
Oh, they're both just a +1. Performance.
Okay, we'll do a performance check.
All right. 17.
She goes, "A distraction? Where?" And looks out away from her table briefly.
And then I'm gonna make the sleight of hand. I'm gonna try to grab it and put
Okay.
something in its place very quickly.
Give me a sleight of hand check. I'm going to give you
Okay.
advantage because you have successfully distracted her.
Is the sleight of hand is the mental, even though it's a physical thing.
Sleight of hand is
Foxy's
dexterity.
mental. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get +9.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. Wait, I get Xerxes +9.
Yes.
Correct.
So that's a dirty 20.
Nice,
That's a
okay.
dirty 20.
So you quickly, while she looks over, and you grab the circlet, grab it, put it back behind your back, and put another piece of another like band or something in its place. And as you do that, the woman looks back and goes, must have just been the wind. And looks back at you and says, "So,
You're right.
what is it you need to buy?"
What's the cheapest thing you have?
We have rings for
many gold are
13
they?
gold pieces.
Okay, we're not stating. Let's.
Oh
we're
no,
done.
I
We're
only
done.
have.
I'm just
I
gonna
only have
grab her
12.
and pull
I'm
her
so
away.
sorry. And
She
I'm just
she
gonna
looks at you,
back away.
Xerxes, and goes, "You really gonna let her boss you around? If you like the ring, buy it." Do it,
we're
coward.
leaving.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm a coward. Bye. And
No.
I just turn around and book it.
You start running away, and the crone goes, "You'll be back. You always come back." As you are running away from it, and what an absolute crazy encounter that you just had with this jeweler. And as you make your way, as you make your way into the market, you are holding the circlet, and give me we're gonna call it another sleight of hand check.
Okay, that's
Xerxes.
a +9.
Yeah.
Xerxes? Okay. No way. I rolled an 11 again, so that's a dirty 20.
Okay, so you're able to. I mean,
Hell
this
yeah.
this jewelry is not very good quality. I don't know what she was doing, but this is like basically stuck in there with like a bit of tack, and so you're able to pull the jet out fairly easily, and you hold it up, and you're looking at it, and it is this deep and rich black gemstone. And then there is a whoosh and a flutter of wings, and the jet is gone. And you quickly look up into the air to see a orange blur flying through the marketplace and a flash of the gemstone in its palms.
What did you do?
What the hell was I didn't do anything. I just pulled it out. I was gonna.
We had it. You
What
didn't
was-
have to remove it from the circlet.
I thought it would be fine.
We are now
Did
going
I
to cut.
see where it went?
We're going to cut back to the theater. So, Oliver and Pepper, you are making your ways to your well, I guess just Oliver making your way to your seat with Barham, and the two of you sit down, and the sort of hubbub of the crowd is a bit growing. You guys have pretty good seats. He must have dropped
Damn
a pretty penny on this. You're like a bit off to the right, but down on the bottom row, looking up at the stage, you're fairly close. How are you feeling right now?
So so uncomfortable, so awkward. But like and funneling all my anxiety about being where I am into aggressively talking to Barum.
Okay. Your ale is 3/4 of the way finished right now. You take
Cool.
another swig, grimace, choke it down, and what do you say to Barum?
So Barum, tell me something I don't know about you.
Oh, okay. I almost joined the Traveler Guild when I was younger. I kind of had a choice between working with the Fellguard and joining up with the Travelers, and I don't know. I don't think I'm one for inventing personally. So I spent a little bit more time writing, and so I wanted to become a scribe. I feel like I could do the most good with the Fellguard. And so I joined up.
That's so cool.
What about
Barum.
you? What's something that I don't know about you?
Oh boy. Did you know that I'm really good at singing?
You're
I'm
good at
so
singing?
good. Yep, I'm so great.
What's your
at
favorite song
singing.
to sing?
Oh, you know, the classics. You know, Deity Take the Cartwheel and
A classic, yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Deity,
you
take
know.
the cartwheel. That was my mother's favorite.
Uh,
That's a very good one.
That's what's a coincidence, really. You should someday. I will do that for you, but no, because I'm so shy about it. So
Okay. You don't strike me as shy. You strike me as more confident than you give yourself credit for, I think.
am I?
I think so.
Whatever you say.
Maybe
Baron.
not like at the very beginning of when we first met, but like, I don't know, something about you. You've changed, but like in a good way. You've, I think, opened up a bit more. Fell into your own, I think.
Ah,
And it's just been really nice to see you feel, I think, better about being in your own skin.
yeah, I really fell guard into my own skin.
Oof. Oliver. Stick to slaying monsters.
I'm sorry. Did I mention I'm nervous?
It's fine. Do you want to get another drink? Would that make you feel better?
No, I shouldn't.
Okay.
I shouldn't. So what's this show about?
So the show is called the Shadows of the Crown. It's about supposed to be about a king who rules this like prosperous kingdom, and then there's like this like advisor who like sort of harbors this like ambition for power and basically takes over, and then this legion, the guards who work for the king, they rescue the king and end up I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you, but it's really good. I heard that they've got
I'm so excited.
they've got Alara Vale is going to be playing Captain Lyra, and I've heard that she is just phenomenal.
Wow. That's It's incredible.
Yeah.
I stick more to books, but what an experience to see a book brought to life on a stage.
You've been to a play before, right? This is...
Not in a long time. With the book tours, I've been so busy, so
That's okay. Yeah, no, that's fair.
it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the restroom real fast before the play starts, and then do you want anything? I can grab some more snacks.
Yeah, that's gonna be great for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. He gets up and he sort of does that weird sidestep, going, excuse me, sorry, going past a bunch of people, and you see as he reaches the aisle and he gives you like a small little wave, and then sort of like does this fast walk towards the back of the room, towards the concessions. Oliver, you are here, seated. Give me a perception check.
That's cocked. Hold on. Holy shit, I'm rolling awful. 7.
Okay. Stage looks pretty big. A lot of people out here. And we're going to cut over to Pepper. Pepper, you and Sarah are waiting in a hall, the back halls of the building. And you were seeing a bunch of other actors and like stage hands and people who are walking past. And there was a couple wizards who are walking, who are like practicing spellcraft and things like that. And as you watch, a man comes over, and you can see that it is a man with shorter hair. He's got a really, really well-kept beard. And he is wearing a crown and like a king outfit. And he goes, Sarah, you made it. Fantastic. And he gives Sarah a big hug and goes, and who is this? Gesturing to you, Pepper.
Hello, I am Pepper Feist.
My name is Borat. Christ. Sarah goes, this is Pepper, my date for tonight.
I am a friend from work.
She looks at you when you say that.
Hello.
And you see as this man, who is, now that you get a good look at him, where's my note? This is Stanler Plum. This is the one of the leads for the play. And he goes, well, I'm just really glad that you could make it. We've been working on this one for a while now, and honestly, I think it's some of the best work we've put through.
Oh no,
Sarah,
I'm so sorry.
he goes, no, we're very happy to be here. And as he's talking, you see a woman walks past, and she has like grayish blue skin with she's wearing this like sleek silver armor, and her hair is pulled back in a really tight bun, but it's like jet white. And she walks and she stops and she looks at you, Pepper. And she goes, Nora? Oh my God, it's so good to see you. And she goes and she gives you a hug. You didn't tell me that you were going to come to this.
Sometimes things just kind of happen. Hello, I am Pepper Feist.
And you watch as the oh my gosh. You watch as Stanler goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. This is Alara Vale. She's playing Captain Lyra." And she goes, "Please, please, please. Morena. Alara's just a stage name." And Sarah goes, "It's lovely to meet you. I'm very excited about the play. I've heard nothing but incredible things." And you notice that Morena has not stopped touching your shoulder, Pepper.
I'm just gonna. It is such a lovely backstage that you have here.
And she goes, Nora, what? You've been in town this whole time. When were you gonna come visit?
I am so sorry, ma'am. I don't know who Nora is. I am Pepper Feist.
Nora, that's no way to speak to your mother. And you watch as Sarah goes, so, Standler, perhaps you can show me some of the costumes that you have. And the two of them walk off a little bit further. And
What the fuck?
Morena looks over at you, Pepper, and says, what has gotten into you? You're acting so strange. I know that we've had our differences in the past, but I hoped that maybe time would have laid those to rest.
Well, I have learned things about differences. Is that sometimes time can the differences can be different differences. I apologize for my demeanor. I am on a date, and I want it to go so good.
You with the champion?
And I'm so nervous. Yes. Yes.
Look at you, making your way. You know, when you first talked
Thank
about
you.
joining the Fellguard, I proved me wrong.
Good job, me.
How would you like to grab
Um,
dinner tomorrow? Catch up.
I'm really going to have to ask Pepper about that. I mean,
I'm sorry? Pepper. They keep calling you Pepper. What is that?
that is a stage name. That's
Are you
That's
acting
me
now too?
when
There's
I am
no
on this-
way that you're acting.
Well, I have decided that the entire world's a stage, and all the men and women and everybody else in it is just the playing peoples.
Nora, why are you
So
talking like that?
am. The whole world is.
What is
Huh?
this voice you're doing? Why are you talking like this? This is just like you. I've tried to be kind and cordial, and you're just giving me nothing but guff. What is this?
I will check. Okay, ma'am, mommy, I will check my schedule. I will.
Oh, you have to
look
check
in
your
the
schedule to meet
book.
with your mother?
Well, here's the thing: there was kind of a major terrorist attack earlier this week, and
Yes, and that's for the champions
I
to
have
work out,
duties.
yes? You haven't been part of...
Yes. And there's a champion over there that I'm supposed to go be next to, even though she is standing very close to actors.
I expect you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I will send out a letter with the restaurant. We will speak then. I've got to get ready. I've got a show to do. Nora, I'd like you to drop whatever nonsense this is and act your best whenever we're at dinner. How does that sound? Wonderful. So good to see
Okay.
you. Bye. Kisses. And then she floats away, basically.
Oh, this fact-finding mission is really going in a different direction than I thought it would. I mean, why am I doing the fake voice? I can't turn it off. Okay. Sarah, I'm coming.
Sarah is talking with Standler, and Standler says, I think it's actually about time we get ready. Go grab your seats, and it's going to be fun. Hope you enjoy the show. And Sarah goes, I'm sure it'll be lovely. Pepper, who were you speaking with? She,
You know, there's so many people in the world.
I didn't know your mother was here.
Well, it surprised me too, I guess. It's sometimes the world is not as big as you are thinking it might be. Sometimes.
The two of you begin walking back out of the back halls and making your way into the foyer. And Sarah, when she reaches the lobby and stops you and goes, "Is everything all right? You're acting very strange. More strange than bubbly Pepper that I know."
You may have noticed that. Yes. I am.
If you're nervous, that's okay. I'm nervous too. Why don't we just both agree that we're nervous and we can let that...
That's what it is. I'm so nervous. I appreciate you acknowledging this and being accepting of my nervous. Yes, I am nervous. That's it.
All right. Well, let's go take our seats. And she walks with you through the door entering the theater. And as you do this, Pepper, you look to your left and your right as you're walking in, and in the distance you can see Oliver and Barum sitting down. Pepper, give me a perception check.
Too many character sheets. An 8.
Yeah, okay. You go and you take your seat with Sarah. And as you are seated there, you see the lights dim slightly and darkness surrounds the stage. There's a faint haunting medley, tidings of sorrow to come that fill the stage. And then we see arcane illusions projected onto the stage itself as a silhouette of a kingdom appears. And then clouds begin to fill the ceiling and rain slowly begins to fall, just a faint mist that covers everybody inside. Thunder echoes throughout the space and you swear you can feel the rain on your shoulders, but upon checking, they are perfectly dry. The melody finishes and suddenly we see a lone man with shorter hair and a beard and a crown standing on the front of the stage. He stares at the audience with this somber expression, and then as he speaks, we see illusions of a kingdom ripple in the air around him and around the sides of the audience. And he says, "Aranthia, a kingdom forged by valor and wisdom. These lands, once plagued by darkness and strife, now bask in the light of peace and prosperity. For years, I have guided my people with a steadfast hand and an open heart. But power, as benevolent as it can be, is also a coveted prize, tempting those who dwell in ambition's grasp." We see a magical orb light up behind the king, and there is a silhouette of a man lingering at the edge of the stage, and his presence is immediately ominous. And with that, we're going to cut over to Voxy and Xeris, who are in the market. And in the market, there is chaos unfolding as you are chasing after this orange blur that is running. Or not running, excuse me, flying, flapping its way through the market. Can I have, who's chasing after it first between the two of you? Voxy, you cut out in terms of volume, just so you know.
I think, what were you going to say, Voxy?
Just go. You can do this. Just start. Go after it.
Do you have?
All right, Xeris.
Xeris have a good jump. Yeah, I'm gonna be running and jumping and trying to catch it.
Okay, so it is still a good distance out of your reach, but as you were chasing after it, you can see that there are people who are all around you. So give me a dexterity saving throw. This is to avoid running into a cart that is backing out suddenly into the street.
Oh, you got a +6? Nice. Okay. 10.
Okay, so you slam into this cart and flip over it, and you watch as the guy who is holding onto it goes, "Come on! As you see a bunch of vegetables and cabbages
Sorry.
go spilling everywhere into the road. Voxy, you catch up to Xerus, who is picking himself up, and then he takes off running before getting his tail caught in the spokes of the cart and flying back onto his butt in the street. Voxy, you pick Xerus up and you keep going just in time to see that that orange thing go and fly around a corner. It's getting away.
Go!
What are we doing?
Go! We gotta go!
All right,
We're-
Voxy,
I don't know what else I can do.
give me a dexterity saving throw, Voxy. Or an athletics check, your choice.
And I do this at, okay, athletics. Well, I guess dexterity savings. Just as good. 15.
15. Okay, so as you are running, you are dodging out of the way of people who are going past. There's a blur of these like tents, these vendors that are running past, and you can see up in the air this orange four-legged thing that has a tail and wings that are coming off of it. Two of the legs are holding on to the gemstone, and as it flies around another corner, you see as it lands on the roof of one of the vendor stalls. It looks at you and you get a good look at it for the first time. This is a flying monkey. This is a small orange golden tamarin monkey with golden wings that are coming off of it. And it's looking at this gemstone in its hands and looks at you and goes and takes off and starts flying away again.
Climb
As
the
a-
building.
As a wood elf, is there anything that I would know about flying monkeys?
Not particularly. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
This is a common pest. But it is,
Okay.
or not. No, let me rephrase. This is not super common to see, but it's not out of the realm of possibility within Dawnspire.
Okay.
I'm gonna shout at you to climb the roof, go after it, and I'm gonna pull out your longbow and try to shoot it.
I'm gonna start
Xerus,
climbing and be like surprised at how
Xerus,
easy it
give
is.
me a dex. I mean, it's a climb speed, so give me a dexterity check as you are climbing. Athletics check, actually. Yes.
Athletics check.
Xerus.
Xerus's athletics check. Oh, hell yeah! Damn, you're so much better at this stuff than me. Math. 15.
15. Okay, so you
Why do
scale
you think
up
I'm
the
telling
side
you to
of a
do it?
building as Voxy is holding her bow, trying to fire at this this winged monkey. Xerus, you instantly think back to the tenets of the Fellguard. This flying monkey is not causing any harm to anybody outside of it stealing something. You are witnessing as Voxy, a apprentice for the champions, is about to kill a beast unprovoked.
I'm up on the wall and I just turn around and I go, no!
You see,
Stop!
you see a couple
can't!"
people back away from Voxy, and one of them whispers, "Is that Voxy? Is she?"
And
You have
I-
to quit.
but not by killing it! Just chase
That's
it
literally
and follow
always
it!
the answer.
Literally, I swear to God, just go around the corner and try to get it from the other side. I'm gonna go this
Ugh.
way, and I'm gonna keep climbing.
All right, so you climb up and you make it to the top of this building. It's a single-story building, and running along the rooftop, dodging some of these like units that are up here. You can see that it is currently flying over the top of the market, and it's heading in a direction. In the far distance, you can see that there is what seems to be a like clock tower that is set up, and it seems to be heading directly towards the clock tower. Voxy, on the ground as you're running, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Gotcha. $15.
15. Okay, so as you are running, you see you're trying to keep eyes on this flying monkey, and you have your bow out and you put it away, and just as you put it away, you see that you are running straight into a huge collection of cages. You dodge out of the way just in time as you run past like an exotic pet vendor. The vendor looks at you and says, "Oh, come on," as you run past, and you make your way into the market heading in the same direction. As you can see Xeris up on the top of the building, pointing over towards the clock tower. You can now, well, you can spy it at this point too, you can clock it. Up in front of you, this massive tower. It is getting late, and you watch as the golden line tamarin flies and disappears behind the clock face itself.
Are we within shouting distance of each other?
Yeah, as you guys are up on top, she's up on, Xeris is up on top of the building, basically a one-story building, one floor above you.
Where did it go?
The clock tower. It's in the clock tower. God, you're fast. You're really fast.
Thank you. Are you sure I can't just kill it? I should have just killed it.
I swear to God. I swear to God. Just go to the clock tower.
Fine.
So Voxy, you take off running, pushing past some more people, and at this point you reach the base of the tower. Xeris, running on the rooftops, you have to climb down after a certain point, and you run up next to Voxy, and you see that the front door to the clock tower has a big lock on it, and it says closed for repairs.
I'm just gonna stare at you.
We can't kill it because a member of the Fellguard cannot be seen killing a little animal. Okay.
Sure.
What I can't
right?
do
Yes.
is break through
Okay.
this door. Break through
Do
this
it.
door. So we're gonna break through this door now. And
That's
I'm
what
gonna,
I'm waiting on. Do it.
Is the door? I'm gonna check and see if the door is locked.
No, it's locked. Pick the
You
damn
watch as
lock.
a person is sitting there. They have like some kind of fried food on a stick that they are just watching the two of you fight over the lock right there, and they're just looking at you. And when you look over in their direction, they like go and just sort of walk away.
Pick.
Okay.
the fucking lock.
Okay. How do I pick the lock?
So you're
I've
going
never
to
done
give
this
me
before.
a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus.
What's my proficiency bonus? Okay. You said a dexterity check?
Yes.
Okay. Oh no. +3 is an 8.
You are working on the lock, and there's and you hold up a broken piece of thieves' tool and look over at Voxy.
Wait, I lied. I'm sorry. Yeah, I lied. It was a +6, so it's an 11. Does that help?
I think it
did the math
is.
wrong.
I think it's still going to be broken.
What did you do?
I don't know. I've never done this before.
It's not hard.
It's obviously. Why don't you do it?
Foxy, give me a lockpicking check. Dexterity plus your proficiency, or I guess no proficiency bonus. So just to give me a straight dex check.
Straight dex check.
Yeah, you're not
Alright.
proficient in thieves' tools.
What did you do?
21.
You grab the broken thieves' tool and you shove it into the lock, and within seconds, unlock the door and
How
look
did you
over at
do
Xeris.
that?
I'm just gonna shrug and be like, "See, not fucking hard. Let's go."
My
You
God.
walk into the clock tower, and there is the silence, or the sound of the market fades away, and you can hear the creaking, the inside this space. It's clear that this place is undergoing some sort of repairs. There's scaffolding inside. There's a lot of old wood that is currently being worked on, and you can hear in the distance over top of you, probably maybe 3-4 stories up, there's a scrambling and like a faint chirping sound.
I'm just gonna start climbing.
Yep.
Climbing. Are there stairs? Are there stairs? Did you say there's stairs?
There's stairs, but they are very, very worn and old. They look like that you are, if you were to climb these stairs and not be careful, there's a possibility that you could fall through the wood.
I'm going to carefully climb these rickety
Okay.
stairs.
So you and Voxy slowly
Quickly.
begin making the ascent, walking past these like old cobwebs. The clock tower itself, there's that chain that hangs down right in the center, And that sound, the chittering and the scrambling up top, is getting a little bit louder. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, Xeris.
All right. 15.
15. So you take a step on a block or on a stair as it goes out from under you, and you take a quick leap, and just almost instinctively, you weren't even prepared for it. Your body moved faster than your brain could as you suddenly jump up to another section of the stairs, looking back at Voxy. So Voxy, there are now like 1, 2, 3, 4 steps that lead up that are now missing in front of you.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
Are you good at
sorry.
jumping? I hope you're good at jumping. I'm just
I'm-
gonna jump.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
I'm gonna try and
Oh.
grab as he
Okay,
comes out.
I'll give you
Up.
the help action, so you get an advantage.
Okay. Acrobatics. Okay. The same both times. 9.
No. All right, so you jump and
I was hoping for athletics, not acrobatics, to be fair.
You land and smash into the side of this scaffolding and scramble trying to grab. Xeris reaches out for you, frantically trying to grab you as well. Xeris, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god. Okay. As Xeris, just sorry, saving throw. Okay. That's a nat 20 plus
Okay.
6.
There you go. So you
Oh!
grab him by the shoulder, you grab Voxy by the shoulders and pull her up onto the step just in time to hear the clattering of the steps at the very, very bottom. At this point, you're probably on level 3. It would have been a far fall from here. Two of you look at each other for a brief moment and then continue
Look at that 20.
moving up. Beautiful. You continue
You're not
making your
good
way
at
up the
jumping?
steps.
I guess not. Okay, but damn it, Xeris. You scared me.
Keep going. Just go. Just keep going.
Okay, let's go.
Xeris, you leading the charge, make your way up to the final floor. There is a latch that is like a trapdoor above you, and you can hear that chittering and that scrambling up top. You go over to it, you grab onto the latch, you open it up, and the two of you, Voxy and Xeris, stick your heads through the trapdoor. And what you see is shocking. But we'll get to that after the break. And we're back. So, previously, some whack stuff happened. Xeris and Voxy are currently trying to get... Oh, I should fill that. There we go. Xeris and Voxy are currently trying to, meanwhile, get back a stone from a flying monkey, a golden line tamarin flying monkey that has kidnapped the stone and is taken up into a clock tower. Meanwhile, Oliver and Pepper are attending a play with their respective dates. And we are actually going to not start with Voxy and Xeris, but instead start with Oliver and Pepper back at the play. So, you've been watching the play for a little bit now. On stage, a group of advisors, including Chief Advisor Merrick, stand near the king, who sits upon a throne. And suddenly, a door swings open and guards come running through. The armored boots clang against the stone floor, and the guard goes, "Your Majesty, there are intruders in the palace. We must secure the throne room." And King Alden stands up and goes, "How is this possible?" And in this moment, Merrick gives a subtle signal, and the guard that just spoke and a group of Merrick's loyalists quickly draw their weapons, turning against the loyal guards. One of the guards goes, "Treachery! Defend the king! To me, knights!" As they all rush into conflict. And during this brief and intense skirmish that breaks out, Merrick's loyalists overpower the loyal guards. And a door to the far left opens as we see a woman entering. This is Captain Lyra, as we just met. Alara Vale, also known as Marina. The audience in this moment cheers and gets excited whenever Captain Lyra appears. And upon seeing the combat, she immediately unsheaths her sword and dives in, being parried by Merrick himself. She goes, "Merrick, what madness is this?" As Merrick smiles and goes, "Lyra, ever the loyal warrior. Step aside. This kingdom needs a leader who understands the true meaning of power." And more combat breaks out, and Oliver, you feel a hand on your shoulder. And you turn to see a attendant who is tapping you ever so gently and says, "Excuse me, there's someone in the foyer who's wishing to speak with you." Right this way.
Like now?
Right now.
during
I apologize.
play?
They insist that this is urgent.
Baram, I'm so sorry. I will be back moments. Goodbye.
Baram goes, "What's going on? Are you okay?"
I don't know. It seems, or perhaps it is Fellguard business. So sorry. I hate. I'm on call, I guess, all the time. So sorry.
Okay.
I'll
It's
be
fine.
back.
I'll tell you what. You hear someone go, "Shh," and Baram goes, "Shh," back at them, and goes, "You're fine. Go."
All right, Barum.
The attendant escorts you down the aisle into the foyer. It's completely empty at this point. Everyone's in the theater, apart from a couple concessions people, but they don't seem to be paying attention. And he gestures over towards, there's like a staircase that leads up to another floor, and at the top of the staircase, you can see that there are two men who are standing there. One of the men looks at you and says,
Oh,
"Oliver, can you join me up here, please?"
yep.
You
I certainly can.
You start making your way up the steps, and the two men watch you the whole time. You make your way to the very top, and then he gestures over to a doorway, and the other man walks over and opens it up. And you watch as the man who spoke puts a firm hand on the middle top of your back and gestures you in to the room. The room you're in is kind of like a closet, like a janitor's closet of sorts. It's kind of large. There's a lot of shelving on all the sides, but when you get in there, the door shuts behind you, and the two men walk in. The man who spoke earlier speaks again and says, "You made a promise, Mr. Shakestaff, and we are here to collect."
Oh boy, I did make a promise to you. And I know what that promise is, but unfortunately, now is not a great time.
I'm sorry. Are we keeping you from something very important that's more important than the 700 gold that you owe to El Toro?
700. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Grab him. The other one
700.
goes and grabs you and puts one arm behind your back and pulls your other hand and lays it on the table, the desk that's in there.
Okay.
The one who's been speaking to you pulls out a knife.
Okay. I don't think we have to do this right now.
You made a promise, and a promise to El Torin is not one that you break. Do you have the money or not?
If you give me, if you give me 48 hours, I can get it.
He
I
cuts
can
off your little finger. The knife slams into the table, getting stuck into the wood, pain immediately rushes to your hand as you struggle against the man who is holding onto you. He's way stronger than you expected him to be. Blood is now pouring out of the stump on your finger, and you watch as this man holds his hand up and waves it over, and you watch as the wound on it heals, but leaving a missing finger.
Okay.
1. Do you have our money?
I mean, I think you know the answer to that.
He cuts off your ring finger.
Okay. Can I try to?
At this point, you have taken, I believe, 11 points of damage.
Okay.
He waves his hand over it again as you feel the wound heal up, but leaving just two fingers that are sitting right in front of you. You let out a muffled scream as this is happening, and you are starting to freak out at this point.
Okay. I'm going to summon the owl.
Okay.
I would like the owl to attack the man who is grappling me.
Okay.
To distract him.
Gotcha. So what does the owl do?
The owl comes out and like gets him like from behind and just like grabs his like hair if he's got it and just starts like pulling at him to like make him loosen the grip on. There's a like frantic like as this owl grabs onto him, starts cutting and slashing with its talons. The man goes fuck and starts thrashing against it frantically. You have a brief moment in this scuffle to react to the one who's holding you. This is gonna be a contested strength check against him. Okay.
He had a nat 20.
Okay.
He grabs you and pushes you straight back onto the table. Did you roll higher than a nat 20?
No!
He's holding you very, very tightly against the table as the other one is saying, just kill it, as the other one is frantically pushing against this owl. What are you doing?
I would like to, do I still have any weapons on me?
Not on you.
Not on.
But
oh,
Oliver
right,
does
you
have
summoned
something.
The spear. You do summon the spear. That's a thing that you do and have done ever since this campaign began. I would like to summon the spear.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. That is
It's a +7.
That's a 21.
Okay. You push back against this man and hold up your hand and have it so it's like just pointed behind you, and you and there is a as the the javelin stabs into this man's shoulder, and you feel him let go of you, grab onto it, and pull back as hard as you can. Give me some damage on that one.
Okay. Here is 1d6. That is 7 damage.
All right. So he lets go of you and jumps back. The other one at this point grabs onto Zepexi, grabs it by the tail, and swings it and slams it into a shelf, and it dissipates.
That's evil, but fine.
These are not great guys.
Yeah, that's fair. Can I, is there a window?
Not in this room,
here?
no.
Okay, can I go out the door, please?
Sure. You're going to have to get through at least the one guy who just killed Zepexi in order to do that. Give me a dexterity saving throw against his attack. He's going to try to grapple you.
That's fair.
You rolled a 15.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, I rolled a 17 on the die.
Nice. Okay, so you dodge underneath him and go for the door.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to go through the door. And I don't, oh boy, I don't know, I'm going to cast, wait, do I have enough spell slots for this? I do. I'm going to cast jump and jump the hell out of here. I would like to just go like through whatever, if there's a window, or jump down. Like, I
Sure.
want to leave so bad.
Are you getting out of the theater entirely? Or are you going, where are you heading? That's what I want to know.
I would like to get back into the public eye.
Okay, gotcha. So jumping off the staircase, you land in the lobby. Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Ooh, that's really good. That is a 16.
16. Okay, you land in the carpet as you see a couple attendants sort of like react strongly to you. You look up at the top of the top of the staircase as you see the two men walk over. One of them is nursing their shoulder. They see you looking and talking to the attendant, and they quickly duck out of sight, running in a different direction.
Okay. Am I still bleeding?
No, actually, your wounds on your fingers have been completely sealed. Basically, they took the wound and healed it over without replacing the fingers.
Okay.
A way to basically minimize the blood.
Wow, how kind of them. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to go back in the theater, I guess.
Okay, so you make your way back into the theater, walking back and sitting down next to Barum. Your heart is racing.
My hands in my
Cloak?
in my pockets.
Yeah,
please?
absolutely. You're
trying to hide that.
You're like breathing heavily, and Barum looks over and goes, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, it was just Fellguard business, but it will be fine.
Okay. Who do you think they're gonna choose for the leader?
I don't know.
As Barum turns and looks over and almost like says something and then doesn't and just turns back to you and says, "We'll talk about it later." Pepper,
Sure.
you are seated very, very close in a very nice space, further up than Oliver was. And you're seated next to Sarah. At this point,
Further up, as in like back further?
no, like further forward.
Okay.
At this point, Captain Lyra stands in the forest camp with 10 others. Each of them is intently listening to what she has to say, and she stands over a table with a large map spread out. Each corner is held down by candles, and this illusionary forest with trees surrounding it have grown through the rest of the theater, filling the space with like dappled moonlight. And Captain Lyra says, "All right, here's the plan. Gareth, you'll lead a diversionary squad to the eastern gate, create enough chaos to draw the guards away, and Lyndon, you and I will infiltrate the tower with Serene and use the cover of night and her spells to slip past the defenses." Lyndon goes, "We'll get him out, Lyra. We owe him that much and more." Gareth, grinning a bit, says, "And what of Merrick? If he catches wind of our plan, he'll tighten his grip even further." Captain Lyra, with a steely gaze, says, "Merrick is a problem for another night. Our priority is King Alden. Without him, our people have no hope. Once he's free, we will rally the kingdom against Merrick's tyranny." Serene nods and says, "My spells will hold. We must be swift." Captain Lyra then stands back, arms at her on her hips, and says, "We've trained for this moment. Each of you knows your role. Stay sharp, stay silent, and above all, stay together. Aranthia's fate rests on our shoulders tonight." Sarah, sitting next to you, looks like she's pretty engaged with what's happening, but she is bouncing her leg anxiously. Pepper, what's going through your head right now?
I have learned a great deal of information about Pepper, but I don't think that I understand it yet. I'm gonna worry about that later and get back on mission of finding out whether Sarah is a suitable partner for Pepper. So, to maximize the politeness of doing this, I'm gonna use message.
Okay.
And just message Sarah and say,
Okay.
"Are you enjoying the show?"
She looks around for a second, then looks over at you, Pepper. and she goes,
Oh, sorry. Are you enjoying the show?
why did you do that?
I am. These actors are trying so many different voices. I wanted to do the same. Did you like it?
It was good. The show is
Oh, very good.
enjoyable, yes.
Do you have many actors in your social circles?
Some. As champion, we tend to go to a lot of parties, a lot of galas, get-togethers. We are, not to toot my own horn, but we are a big deal in the Fellguard.
I see. Would you say that on a given week you spend time around 1 to 3 actors, 4 to 6 actors, or 6 or more actors?
Pepper, this is very strange behavior. Why? Can you just talk like we've been talking? I feel like you're just really stressed out right now. Did something happen when you were
so
up
stressed.
at the? Did something happen at the Barren Slopes?
Yes. You have to understand. I am not somebody who is used to, roughing it. And having to do a 5-day camping trip was very tiring and taxing upon my body. And it is affecting my mental state. And for this, I apologize.
That's okay. You're just acting different than... I don't know.
Very sorry for acting different. I would like to stop bothering you now and continue watching the show. I apologize for interfering with your ability to hear what the actors are saying.
Pepper, you're not bothering me. I wanted you to come with me. I'm just...
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why?
Because when we were attacked by the cults, it just made me think a lot about who I am and my position in the Fellguard. And it made me want to not have left anything unsaid. And when you left...
And what you wanted to say was, please go to a play with me?
I like you, Pepper.
Oh. This is good information to have. Sarah, I will admit there is something that I should probably tell you. And I feel like if you understand this, then it will help you understand why this night is feeling strange for you.
Sarah out loud goes, Pepper, what are you doing? And a woman in front of you turns over her shoulder and shushes Sarah. And you see the face of Melinda Belicio. You watch as Sarah goes, sorry. And then whispering to you, Pepper, says, did you not think this was a date?
I was not entirely certain. My mind has been in a couple of different places. But Sarah, I spend a lot of time thinking about you. And when I am thinking about you, I am still trying to process exactly how I feel about the thoughts that I am having about you. I just want. I am very thankful to you for being open with me. And I think that if given a little bit of time, now that I understand this, I just, I'm still working it out.
Excuse me. She gets up, she pushes past you, and she walks out of the theater and goes into the lobby. Oliver, from your perspective, you have just watched as Sarah has stood up, walked out of the theater, and you watch as Pepper looks back over their shoulder.
And I get up and I get up and start following out.
Okay, with that, we're going to cut over to Voxy and Xeris. Voxy and Xeris, my God, I can't speak. You open the trap door, and you see a nest. A collection of dozens of shiny, beautiful objects that have been neatly arranged inside this nest. And you see a golden line tamarin flying monkey sitting there, and crawling up onto its back are two tiny babies.
And we're just heads up in the trapdoor, right? Like we're not
Yeah.
fully in there, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop back down and I'm gonna say, see? That's why we didn't kill it. It has babies.
Sure, whatever. Well, now we can just steal everything from it. Look, I mean, a lot of that has to be worth something, right?
Yes.
Okay, see?
Okay, correct.
These are things I would do, meaning that this is the things that you should do.
Okay, yes. I'm sorry. I've never been you before. I'm still new to this. So I'm worried though that monkey is gonna go absolutely, pardon the pun, apeshit when I try to go when I try to get the jet. So how do we distract it?
I mean, we can't. You don't want me to kill it, which is the
I don't
thing that I want to do. So
I know.
I'm all open for suggestions as to how we get it without murdering it.
I could try. We could do what we did with the
Voxy-
old lady, and you could distract it. Yes. No.
Voxy, do you have all your spells with you?
What did you use at the last session?
I have 1 second level and all my first levels. So 4 slots for first levels.
Okay, 1 second level, 4 first
And
level.
I do not have what would be super useful right here, which is speak to animals. I do not have that prepared.
I thought you had
I do
that.
not have that prepared. I did, and then I swapped it when we did the leveling and the. Oh, regrets! There she is.
That is.
Hi, Actions. Have you met my friend Consequences? There she is. So
I'm now looking at your spells to see if there's anything that. The thing
you're
is,
not going to cast Hunter's Mark on this monkey.
fine.
It is a really cute. How big is this monkey? DM.
Like this. It's not big at all. Think like smaller than a cat.
This big.
Yeah.
How can I see? How long are its claws? Do they look sharp? Does it look like it's gonna hurt me?
It looks like it can hurt you, but it doesn't look like it's wanting to. Give me an animal handling check.
Okay. And this is this a physical Xeris, or is that
It's wisdom, so that's mental, right?
So that's a
Wisdom,
mental. So it would be
that's mental.
your stuff, Voxy.
mine? Oh, okay. Do I have a? Oh,
You have a
Christ.
-1.
I have
Apparently.
a -1. God damn it.
You were better at having me do it. because-
Yeah. Okay.
I'm at least sitting at a 0.
11.
Okay. It doesn't attack you. When you peek up again
Okay.
through the door, the trap door, you see that it is like coveting this jet and looking at you, and its babies are up on its back now. It looks like it's in a defensive posture.
Okay.
Do we have anything to trade for the gen?
We have
Voxy,
pieces of gold.
Voxy, give me a. We're gonna call this a nature check.
Nature check is, which would be intelligence, which I would do as myself.
Yes.
Not,
Yes.
Okay. Let's do 12.
Okay. Looking at this golden line tamarin, you can see that this is a male tamarin. And it is sticking with the babies and knowing just a little bit about animals and creatures and like. It's not normal for the males in this instance to watch over the babies.
So is the mother missing? What's happening here?
I'm gonna look around and see if I can find the mother or any evidence of there being any other monkeys in this room.
Sure. Give me an
What a
investigation
fun
check.
sentence to say.
Any evidence of monkeys in
Okay.
this room?
Uh,
Jumping on the bed.
uh, 14.
14. It's
Yeah.
clear that the amount of stuff that's in here. With an investigation check, I'll give you this. These items that are here are recent. It doesn't look like they're not buried super far deep in this nest. They're not something that's been piled up. And the amount of like cleanliness and litter that is like around here indicates that up until probably recently, there was more than one adult.
Okay. So either Mama is hiding and she's gonna attack us when we go for the jet because it's gonna think we're going for the babies, or the Mama is dead. Both are not great. So
Voxy,
maybe
give me a history check. Something that Xerus is historically good at.
Something
Very good at.
wonderful at 11.
no.
Earlier in the market, you ran past an exotic pet vendor.
Oh yeah.
And you swear for just a brief moment you saw a flash of orange in one of the cages as you ran past.
Do we gotta go back?
Are we gonna have to save an animal?
I think I'm
Don't
not
sound so
upset about
tore up
this.
about it.
yeah. Okay.
I'm just done with being you. I'm sorry.
I have a tail now, okay? We're both
Sure.
not batting 1,000 here, okay? So listen, I assume you just told me about the exotic animals because I didn't see it.
I did.
Great. So either maybe we go get that guy and tell him to come get his monkey, or we could sell the monkey to him and be like, "Ooh, look what we found!" And
I don't think that's I think he captured the mother, and the mother is currently being sold.
that would make
How
a lot
am
more
I
sense
the
as
one that doesn't
backstory.
care? But I figured this out faster than you did.
Because my body is lending you a lot more intelligence. Actually,
Cool.
probably that's probably what it is.
Let's go with that.
That's
just-
what I'm thinking.
Let's go save
Okay,
the flying
so
monkey.
captured the mommy, but getting the mom isn't gonna help us. Do we trade? Are we gonna go up to this dad and be like, "Give me the rock, and
Okay.
you can have your wife back"? That doesn't seem fair.
I'm gonna I'm gonna just say that maybe if we free the mother, that that he's probably not gonna care as much about the rock. I don't know anything about monkeys.
I don't know anything
Going
about
with the
monkeys either.
information that I do know, which is apparently maybe for whatever reason, some asshole in the market stole a monkey, and we need to free.
Maybe he's
said
good,
monkey.
but if he's good at capturing them, maybe we can get him to capture these, and then we got free reign of the nest.
That sounds like me thinking, which is fine with me, I guess, if that's what you want to do. You're the one that doesn't want to harm the animals, because I
don't want to kill them.
Let's murder them. But
I understand. I don't want to kill them. And maybe when you went by the exotic animals, did they look happy? Did they have a happy life in those cages?
Do I need a history check, Jordan, to see if
No,
they
they were in tiny cages that were all stacked on top of each other. There were a bunch of small little critters that you can see that were being sold for really like high prices for these kinds of pets. Think of like anytime you've been to you see like a bunch of birds in cages that are way too small, and like fish tanks that are basically like, oh, here's a betta fish, but it's in a bowl this big that's like, not safe for it and all that stuff. It's the vendor itself was not a good, reputable supplier of exotic pets. We'll say that.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess I need to pick some locks because you apparently can't do it correctly. So let's go.
Apparently not. Let's go save the mom, and we'll bring her back. And maybe trade the monkey mom for the rocks, I guess.
With that, we are going to now transition over to
God.
Pepper, who is just reached the lobby. And Sarah is leaning up against a pillar, just off to the side. Her back is to you.
Sarah, I am not Pepper right now.
What are you talking about? And she turns and looks at you, and you can see that she has tears running down her face.
There has been so much that has gone on in only the last several days. And right now I feel like Pepper is somewhere else. And I know that when you had that moment, when you felt like you were about to die and you saw me and you realized something, that is an amazing thing. That is a beautiful thing about your spirit, and it is one of the things that I sincerely admire about you. I am not reacting to all of it in the same way. I have, in the last week, I have watched people that I admire die in front of me, and I have had some very painful reunions with people from my past. Even just tonight, I have seen people from my past that I would rather have not been in the building right now. And on top of that, I have not slept. And right now, I feel like all of this is still weighing upon my spirit. And I feel like whoever I am right now, I don't have permission to make choices for Pepper. And I cannot promise that when they get back, what they will say. I just want you to know that I do think about you. And I am sorry that the words that I have used today have been hurtful to you. I don't want to mislead you. And right now I am worried that whatever I am going to say is going to be a lie, either now or in the future. All I am asking is that You give me another shot when I am Pepper.
She wipes her eyes and looks you very intently. And goes, "You're right. I don't know what's happening, but tonight you're not Pepper."
Would it be okay if, for the time being, you and I we watched a play together and we enjoyed each other's company and we did not worry so much about what it meant or what is going to happen tomorrow? And just for right now, I know one thing for certain, and that is that I very much enjoy being around you. And I would like to finish the play with you, Sarah.
Pepper, I'll be 100% honest. I don't know if I could go back and sit down with you. I'm not sure I can keep it together. You talk about seeing people you know die and reacquainting with old friends. That might be hard to talk about. I've been in the exact same boat this whole week. I'm gonna stay in the lobby for a while. I might go on a walk. You can go back inside though and finish the play.
Okay. One thing that I do very much know about Pepper. Pepper does not like actors. Um, I we don't have to say anything. But I don't particularly want to go back in there either.
When you're ready to talk, we can talk. Have a good night, Pepper.
Okay.
And Sarah walks out of the lobby.
Well, it's not like I haven't let my friends down before. I'll just add it to the list and sit on a bench in the lobby somewhere.
Oliver, inside the play, the stage is a battlefield. There are screams and shouts and the clanging of metal on metal, and this once beautiful and ornate set that was the king's throne room is now a shadow of itself. Our small band of heroes stands in front of Merrick's forces, and the sound of chaos and violence fades as you see Captain Lyra step forward. Your rule is built on lies and betrayal, Merrick. The people of Aranthia deserve better, and we will not rest until King Alden is restored to his rightful place. Merrick's expression darkens, his patience clearly wearing thin. King Alden is nothing but a relic of the past, a symbol of weakness. Aranthia needs a ruler who's willing to do what is necessary to ensure its survival. If you refuse to bow, then prepare to face the consequences. And with a signal, his loyalists advance, weapons at the ready, and the Silver Legion readies themselves for battle, determination burning in their eyes. And it's at that point, Captain Lyra pulls her sword and shouts, her voice ringing out, echoing throughout the theater, "For Aranthia!" And as this happens, there's a clash of steel on steel as it rings out as the two forces collide, and locked in a fierce struggle for the fate of the kingdom. You see as Barum sits there and looks out at the chaos unfolding, and he leans a little bit further up, and you see him look around for a second and blink, and then lean back and sort of rub his temple a little bit, and he sincerely seems agitated right now.
Lean towards him and whisper, do you want to step out for a sec with me?
He looks at you and goes, "No, it's okay."
Okay.
He then looks at you again and goes, "Actually, yeah, I need to stay." And he gets up and he walks out of the theater briskly.
Okay, I want to follow him for sure.
Okay. He goes to a hall in the lobby, and you see him breathing heavily, and he's pulling at his collar a little bit. He's just "Sorry, my just feels a little tight."
Okay, do you want me to get you some water?
Give me an insight check.
16.
He is having a panic attack.
Okay. I'm going to kind of get him to sit down if there's a bench or something nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe just up against the wall on the floor if that
Mhm.
has to happen. And just sit in front of him and
Mhm.
just help him talk him through breathing.
Okay. He's breathing slowly, and it reaches out and grabs onto your hand and is gripping it hard.
Hey, Jordan, which hand?
Which hand would you like him to grab?
Not the one missing 2 fingers right now.
Okay. He grabs you reach out your hand, the correct one. That's the non-dismembered one. And he grabs onto it, and he's breathing heavily. And he goes, "I'm sorry.
Okay.
There was just a lot of
Okay.
the fighting in there. It just reminded me a lot of." And Pepper, from across the room, you can see Oliver and Barum. And it looks like Barum's having a really tough time. They don't seem to have noticed you yet, sitting on the far end of the lobby.
I'm gonna message Oliver and say, what's going on?
Barum's having a panic attack. I think the fighting on stage reminded him of a cultist attack.
Okay. Is it okay if I come over? I'm going to walk over and sort of get down on Barum's level.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Barum,
Pepper?
look right here. Look at me. I need your help.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember where in the library I can find the book on the fire salamanders.
Fire salamanders.
I want to find the one. The one that we with the scratch on the cover.
Scratch. I pulled that. It's not on the shelf anymore. I'm trying to get it repaired. It's
Okay.
in
When you put
my
it back on
office.
the shelf, what is its reference number? What is the reference number on it?
It's 2783B.
Very good. Now, that book was written by Professor Tarvin Skolis. He wrote 7 other books in the Fellguard library. What are their reference numbers?
He sort of steadies himself and rattles off a bunch more numbers, almost like reciting something that he's known forever. And Oliver, you feel as his grip on your hand lessens. And after reciting these numbers and names, he looks up at you, Pepper, and goes, "Thanks."
I'm gonna start to reach for his hand and then stop myself, remember that I'm Pepper, and go see you guys later. Have a great night. And
Pepper,
just
wait.
turn and walk back
have
down
you-
the hall.
He stands up and says, "Have you ever..." No, never mind. He goes and sits back down with Oliver.
I'm just gonna go back to my seat in the lobby, but trying really hard to watch like a hawk without looking like I'm watching like a hawk.
Okay. We're going to cut now back over to Voxy and Xeris. Our two
Okay.
chuckle fucks.
Meanwhile, in Animal Planet,
So you are staring at the exotic animal vendor. You're sitting over by one of the other carts, peeking around a corner, and you can see that there are a ton of stacked up cages. These metal bar cages that are stacked on top of each other, each with different animals inside of them.
do we save the mother or save them all at this point? Because what's easier, creating chaos or strategically trying to find one stupid monkey?
Can I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get this. I mean, we could just go for it and try and grab it back, and you can hold the door. Are there any windows or anything anywhere that this monkey could get out, or is the trap door, the only way in?
The trapdoor is the only way into the cage.
Oh, okay. Look,
Oh wait, sorry. The are you talking about the clock tower?
yeah, in the clock tower.
The monkey
trap
flew.
door
The
where
monkey
we're at.
flew in. No, you guys are way back. You're back in the market.
Oh, we're back in the market.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys are staring at the
Ours
vendor
in the
from
clock tower.
behind another stall. So you are within
Sorry.
maybe 15 feet of the vendor right now, staring at these
I'm trying so
cages
hard
that are
to think
stacked
of
up.
What to do? Yes. Okay. I mean, we could
Okay,
save
I have-
all of them.
I have an idea, but you're not going to like it.
If the idea is kill all of them, we're not doing that.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
But good thought, because typically that is where my brain goes. No, how many people in this market recognize you?
All of them.
Perfect. So I'm gonna create a distraction and
A
then
good
you're.
distraction or a bad distraction?
Let me just put it this way. They'll be distracted. However, I have no idea what people will think of you later.
Okay, I don't.
So, if I do that, in this distraction, you set the monkey free.
I don't know if I like this. Can you just like set something on fire? Like, I don't. What are you gonna
I
do?
said something. I'm not Pepper. What are you talking? Pepper's not here.
I know. I'm just saying. Find something. We can
Normally,
still
the solution is yes. We let Pepper set things on fire, and then boom, solved.
and they're good
But
at
right
it.
now.
But right now, I was just thinking like with a match. I don't know.
Okay, sure. Let me pull a match out of where? Where would I find a match?
I don't have a match on me. You're correct.
Exactly.
Okay. So
I can't kill it.
I need to know what this distraction is. Xeris, Foxy, I need to know what this distraction is. I need to know because I have a reputation to uphold. I'm trying to be one of the champions. Like, you can't. I've worked so hard for this.
Well, let me put it to you this way. In order for it to be properly distracting, your reputation's going out the door.
I can't. No, I can't do it.
Okay, and if you have another idea, I'm all ears.
A distraction that's not going to ruin my reputation, Xeris. Can you just like run past the vendors and be like, stop! Don't let them get away. You're not chasing anybody, but just say that, and then people will look, and they'll look, and you run past, and I'll get the cages. And then you look, and then you make me look really good, because then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get the bad guy. But there's no bad guy. You just run.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not very convincing, so I can do that. However, it may or may not work. So if it doesn't work, Plan B is I embarrass the hell out of you.
All right, what are we doing?
How many people are around right now?
You're at a market.
Around right now.
You're at a market on the start of the weekend in the evening. It is packed.
I'm just gonna literally leave a comment like, "Hey everybody, look at me."
Okay, you jump out and say, "Hey everybody, look at me!" As Voxy, a lot of people turn and look at you, Voxy. What are you doing?
It's me, Voxy of the Fellguard. Everyone knows Voxy. Voxy's does things with arrows. Arrows are fun. Look, I have a bow and arrow. Look, watch me go this way. I'm just gonna walk around. And
Give me a performance check, Voxy.
Like,
Let's see if people actually care about you going, look at me, I'm walking around.
Okay, I do this as who am I rolling as for performance?
A performance check is a charisma-based check, so it would be Xeris' charisma.
Gotcha. Let's see. 13.
Okay. People look at you and then turn back away and back to their business.
You're
gonna have to give me something stronger than that, Voxy.
Are you gonna do something more than that?
I don't know if you want me to.
I don't. So I'm gonna go. Hey, look, everybody! It's Foxy, champion of the Fellguard! Yes, yay! And then I'm gonna hide behind a box.
Give me
We're the fucking worst.
Give me another performance check, Xeris, this time. This is gonna get disadvantaged because of the nonsense that you are pulling right now.
Okay, you said performance?
Performance, it's a charisma-based check, and you're rolling at disadvantage.
14.
All right, let me roll for them.
Oh, shit.
They don't care.
Question. Can either one of us look through the fog cloud that apparently Voxy can cast?
No, it is going to obscure sight. primarily.
For everyone, including us.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay. So you hold up your hands and cast Fog Cloud on the exotic vendor's stall. Suddenly, this mist sort of like coalesces and snakes its way up out of the ground before forming into this cloud. You hear a good amount of people go, "What's going on? What's happening?" As back away from it frantically. Voxy, Xeris, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go. God damn it! I'm gonna go and start unlocking cages, starting with the mama monkey one.
Okay, so you start with you're gonna open that cage. You're not gonna take the cage with you.
Is the cage locked?
It doesn't seem like it has a lock on it.
How
It seems
big
like
is
it's
the
just
cage?
a door that's shut. I mean, it's
Okay,
like
then
a
I'm gonna
pet
take-
carrier.
I'm gonna take it. Okay, then I'm gonna take it
I'm
with
gonna.
me.
If you're taking that, I'm gonna free every other animal he has.
Okay, so
grab
you
the-
start opening cages. You hear as birds and small little flying creatures, a couple sprites go flying past you, sending out this like light of color behind them as they swirl around. People are starting to run, and you feel a hand on your shoulder, Voxy, as the owner of the vendor, the stand, says, "The hell are you doing?"
Absolutely nothing. And I'm gonna run away.
Okay, he's giving me a contested strength check. He's gonna try to grab you. Ooh,
And
he rolled
strength
terribly.
Is my own.
Yes.
Strength is my own.
Well, strength is Voxy's strength.
Voxy.
Strength is
That's
Voxy's.
right. Well, shit. Let me see what.
Did you say strength saving throw?
Yes.
Wait, is it saving throw? Okay. Well, then that's a 6. Because
Okay.
it was going to be 3.
He grabs onto your shoulder, and then you slide out, letting go of your cloak,
Wow.
leaving it in his hands. He rolled a 5. As you duck out of the way, as he reaches for you, trying to go, and then you see as a like boar or something kicks out from under his legs as he falls down into the onto the cobblestone. People are now starting to run around. Xeris and Voxy, where are you guys going?
Go! Get to the clock tower!
Okay, so you're
I'm
sprinting
gonna-
as fast as you can. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Xeris, as you're running.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay, so as you are running, you jump over a cart that is. You see a man has just finished putting all of his vegetables back up on the cart, and as you jump, you see as he goes like, and reaches forward, and you run past. Voxy, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Got it. That is 14.
14. You do the same. You leap over it as he goes. As you run past, diving back into the crowd and disappearing from sight, as there is a chorus of screeches and animal calls and screams coming from the remnants of the exotic pets vending stand. At this point, you reach the clock tower. Ascending it, you open up the trapdoor, and you see the tamarin is cowering with its babies, and before it sees you two. Who has the cage?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you
Xeris
do?
does. I'm just gonna take the cage, and I'm gonna slide it and just set it up and scoot it forward. And I'm like reaching from around to open the door.
You-
I'm gonna open it and back up.
Open it up, and you see as the golden lion tamarin, the female inside, sniffs around and then bolts through the cage and immediately grabs hold of the other tamarin in like a hug, and they're both like,
Get the jewel. Get the jewel
and
now.
she reaches over and she grabs the babies and cuddles them too as the babies are grabbing onto her shoulders. Give me a sleight of hand check, Xeris.
Okay. Sleight of hand. Remind me how sleight of hand works.
Dexterity.
Oh no, here we go. It's the dexterity. Okay.
You get a +9. That's how sleight of hand works.
23.
You grab the jet out of the nest while they are reuniting and take one last look at this beautiful family that you have reunited and go down into the trapdoor, head back down to the base of the clock tower. At this point, you can hear in the distance the vendor is going, They went that way. As you see a couple guards are in the midst, and the two of you bolt as soon as you can, heading back towards the magic shop. You arrive at the magic shop just in time to see Lucas is finishing up the scroll. He sees you come in and says, "Oh, there we are. Welcome back, welcome back. I've got the scroll for ye. Did we get the ingredients for the spell?"
Yeah.
Yes, right here.
Fantastic. And that'll be 50 gold
Wait.
pieces, please.
Okay. All right.
Just pass.
Here we go.
He takes
Turns
it.
out we have it.
He hands the scroll over to you and says, "Just go ahead and lay the strands of hair across it with the stone in the center. Speak the words of the incantation, and the spell will take effect. Don't be alarmed. The scroll will burn up with the arcane use, but the soul swap should take hold."
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. And this is enough for 4 people?
It'll be enough for 4.
Okay.
And as you turn to leave, the skull says, "Thank you for doing business with this wonderful establishment. We hope you have a wonderful day. Can I interest you in a shield of arrow catching, or perhaps
Nope.
a cloak of
Absolutely
billowing?
not. All
Maybe
right.
Next time.
one of
There's
some
nothing-
marvelous
Next
pigments."
time. Thank you.
And you make your way out the door, and the door shuts, and you walk over back towards the theater. As you approach the theater, you arrive in the center, or go up to the door, and you can see that the play has let out at this point. People are spilling out into the street, all talking excitedly about how good and incredible the play was, all this stuff, and talking about their favorite moments, their favorite actors. And you see Oliver and Pepper are in the midst of the crowd, and you can see that they're with Barham.
I'm just gonna shove my way into the crowd towards them.
I'm going to start looking around for Sarah.
Sarah is not there.
Okay. I mean, I'm following.
Pepper, Oliver.
They catch your attention. They seem off. This night seems
Got
to have
it.
taken a toll on them.
We got it. I just need your hair, and we
Are you guys-
can be back to normal.
Are you guys good, though? Are you okay?
I look at Barham and I say, "Yeah, it just been a bit of a weird night, but
It's me. I had a bit of a... Sorry, I just had a little panic. It's fine. I just reacted a little bit strongly to the play. But Pepper was fantastic. Really helped me out. I honestly, Pepper, you should do more like coaching or something. Thank you. That was very helpful.
Yeah. So, well, we gotta go, Barham. I'm really sorry.
That
To
was
steal
more
your day.
Fellguard stuff.
But we.
Oliver got called away
yeah.
earlier. You can see that Oliver has
Got
his
called
hands in
away
his
on-
pockets.
On Fellguard business.
Yeah, we
just
we can talk about it later.
Okay, yes, we will talk about it later, but now we have to go talk about the other thing. And so we're gonna go now. You guys need to follow me now. Let's go. I forgot.
Oliver,
Let's go.
Barham puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Thank you."
Yeah, this was a good thing.
Have a good night. Bye, everybody, and thank you again, Pepper.
Hi.
And he walks into
Bye.
the crowd. The three of you, as the crowd is moving around you, one by one, you take the hairs from each of you, put it into the spell scroll, wrap this stone inside of it, and speak the words. Who's casting the spell?
Who's best at magic?
It's not a
Is it
pass-fail
Pepper?
kind of thing. It's more of flavor. Who's going to be the one
Oh.
reading the words?
I think the two of you have earned it. After everything you went through.
Can we do it? Can we do it together?
Sure. So
Aw.
you all read off the
Oh, we
scroll,
hold hands.
all four holding a corner
We did.
of it,
We are swapped.
and there is a as your the like energy is transferred between the four of you, and there's like a moment where you slightly lift off the ground, but in the hubbub and the crowd of people, this flood doesn't seem to notice the chaos that's happening, and suddenly you all land in place, and you look around, and everything feels right. You feel back in your body again.
Can I grab Oliver's face now that I am back in my body as Pepper?
Sure.
Buddy, I need you to look at me, and I need you to hear me when I say that this was not my fault and I did the best I can. The guys that you are, the debt collectors showed up in the middle of the theater, and they maybe held me down and took off 2 of your fingers, and I did my best. I got out of there, but it was really scary, and I got as soon as I could, but that did happen, so I'm very sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know what to do.
Oliver, you look down at your hand and you can see that you are missing 2 of your fingers on your left hand.
Pepper,
And a voice
I am so sorry that
calls out. And you see, pushing through the crowd, is Melinda Belicio. And she goes, "Where have you been? You are absolutely wasting an incredible opportunity that we have been handed. The Fellguard is attacked, and who defends it? Why, the Slayer of Vergalath, that's who. Second chance that's just been dropped in your lap. Oliver, come here. We need to start prepping, taking notes. I have a booking for you tonight in Dawn Spire, a bookshop on Tier 2, Pages for Ages. They're offering you 15 gold pieces to talk about your experiences. 1 second, please." And then she grabs you and starts to pull you away from the group.
Can I jump in front of her and slap her in the face?
Yes, you
I'm
may.
gonna
I'm sorry.
I'm
who is
going
this?
up behind Pepper, and I'm also going to get in between her and Oliver.
When this happens, can I just steal anything that's on her person at this point?
Fuck with our friend.
I think, Xeris, I think in the mess of what's happening, I don't know if you can get behind her because she has pulled Oliver away from the group and Pepper has gone up and slapped her at this point. Pepper, give me an attack.
Okay.
This will be surprised, so you get advantage.
Okay. And hold on, I need to check something really quick.
Okay.
If I have it. Yeah. Well, that's probably illegal to do that, huh?
What a fun sentence.
I use flame and slap.
I feel like a slap is one thing and then casting a spell is another thing, so I'm just gonna go for a really hard slap.
Okay.
That is a natural 19.
So
that
you
is a...
bang, catch her right across the face, and she drops Oliver's arm and looks at you and goes, "How dare you? What is this? You're gonna hear from my lawyer about this. Oliver, come on. We are leaving."
You fucking bitch. You stay the fuck away from my friend.
She looks at you and looks at Oliver and goes, "Oliver, would you care to explain to your quarry here that we have to go make some money? And unless you want to be broke in the gutter..."
I'm gonna step in. I'm going up. I'm also gonna slap her, and I'm gonna say, "We're not his fucking quarry, and you don't tell him what to do."
"I am his manager. I'll tell him what to do as I see fit."
Am I supposed to slap her now? And then I'm just gonna go.
She is going to use this opportunity as a to try to back away. So this attack is going to be not with advantage.
Okay.
Do I roll? I didn't roll for mine. Do I
I'll
need to
let you
for
roll
mine?
for your attack too, Voxy.
You said with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. I just rolled very poorly, so 3.
Oh no, she dodges out of the way of this one as you half-heartedly swing to try to smack her. Just wanted to be a part of it, and she looks at you, Oliver.
I'm not gonna go with you.
Don't be ridiculous. Of course you are.
I'm not. I'm not gonna go with you, and I'm not gonna do any more book signings, because you and I both know that all these book signings are predicated on an utter falsehood.
Well, well, well. Look who finally grew a spine. What is this? Are you firing me then?
Yep.
After everything that I did for you, the deals that I brokered, the opportunities that I brought to your doorstep, your book, if you can call it that, wouldn't be suitable kindling without the changes that I had you make. I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into making you something resembling a marketable commodity. I made you. Without me, you're just another washed-up has-been, clinging to relevance like a drowning rat clutching desperately at debris. Mark my words, your fall from grace will be swift and spectacular, crumbling under the weight of your own incompetence. And I can't wait to bask in that glow as you burn up. She spits on the ground in front of you and looks at Xeris and Pepper and Voxy and says, "You will be hearing from my lawyer about this." And then
You'll be hearing from my roommate, bitch.
The crowd at this point has spread out and is watching as this is happening. Oliver, what do you do?
Excuse me, everyone. I would like to make an announcement.
They're all listening intently.
The final chapter of my book was rife with falsehoods. In truth, I tried to poke Vergalac with a big pointy stick. These 3 are really the ones that were instrumental in defeating him. You should not buy my book. You should return any copy that you have, and if you don't have the receipt, you should burn it. Thank you, good night. And then I'm gonna walk out the door.
The people stare at you in stunned disbelief as you walk out the door. Xeris, Pepper, Voxy, you catch up with Oliver. Oh, hey, it's Devin. Catch up with you in the street. The crowd's sort of walking away. They can hear you in this. You can hear them speaking about the craziness that just happened, and the 4 of you have just a brief moment to speak.
Oliver,
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you.
Oliver, you're amazing.
Okay.
So where is Sarah, by the way?
I'm so sorry.
Where are your fingers? That's what I want to know.
What happened tonight, you guys?
I mean, they called Oliver out in the middle of the play. It was like a worker, and they said I had to go, and I didn't know what was going on, but I didn't want to mess anything up for Oliver. And then it was 2 really big guys who were asking for money and were very mad that there was not anything, and they, did that.
Pepper, you have no idea how sorry I am that you had to go through that.
Oliver,
And-
I'm just sorry that I didn't act faster.
Listen, it's been really nice being around you guys for the last few days. I really missed you. I'm gonna take off. Good night.
Wait, where are you going?
Somewhere where the things I do don't cause my friends to. I'll see you later.
Oliver takes off, walking down the street briskly.
Pepper, who are these people? Do we know anything about them?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say anything without Oliver's in 700 gold's worth of debt to, I guess, a pretty bad guy. And it's all his agent's fault.
Pepper, you cut out a little bit there.
Oliver is in 700 gold's worth of debt to a really bad person because of, the agent we just met.
And they took your fingers?
Technically, they were Oliver's, but yes, they got 2 off because he didn't have the money.
Well, I feel like you both will know my suggestion in this situation is that we retaliate and take their hands.
I would like
For
to.
once-
These were really strong guys. Oliver's really strong, but I almost didn't make it out of there.
Well, that was you
I was
alone.
outnumbered. Yeah.
And that's not
Exactly.
going to happen again. I think
Yeah,
we should
except for the
figure
fact
out-
that Oliver did just go off by himself right now, which I
Yeah.
don't love, but yeah.
No, I think we should figure out where he's going. We can give him some space, but maybe figure out where he's going. And
Okay.
once he's ready, we can talk about this and get our revenge.
We
Ooh.
cut over to
See, now you're
Oliver.
talking like me.
We cut over to Oliver, walking briskly down the street. You've turned down a couple alleys, and you come to a stopping point on some steps. What do you do?
Sorry, muted. Cry profusely for several seconds. Stand up, take a couple of deep breaths, and do I have a way to contact Harlow?
You can find one. You don't have a way right this second. It would take a little bit of time for you to get in contact with him, but you know he's here in Dawnspire somewhere.
Okay. I'm going to just find a spot where there's nobody else around and just start going. Look, you followed me to the theater. I'm assuming you're following me now. Will you come out, please?
You don't hear anything. You stand in this alleyway being lit by an arcane glowstone nearby. The damp street around you. You reach over and you try to summon Zepexi. And she doesn't show. Something must have happened to her. It's going to take a bit of time. A ritual needs to be performed in order to get her back. And in this moment, you are truly alone. And then the bells begin ringing. You turn and you look up towards the spire. And you can see a plume of smoke rising up. And that only means one thing. that a new leader of the Fellguard has been chosen. You're not sure what is coming next, but you are alone when you do it. And folks, we are going to be ending this session here. Thank you so much for joining us. What a doozy. How we all doing out there?
I like how it's like the Pope.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like the Pope.
Listen, some things are just,
It
they
was
just
very-
work, okay? We should be, every
It's
time we
true.
elect a new
That's
leader,
true.
we need to have smokestacks
true.
and bells, okay?
Catholicism brought to you by
It's very,
Todd
it's
Howard.
very
Listen.
true.
They have an aesthetic and it's really good, okay?
Yeah, listen,
Gotta admit
the
that.
practices
If it
are
ain't
not
broke, don't
great,
fix it.
but the aesthetic is interesting. We stream this
But it's
every single
great.
Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you'd like to see more, please give us a like. If you'd like to help out even more than that, please give us a subscription. Subscribe. That'll be great. Because it does so much to help small streamers like ourselves. We are just a bunch of dumb actors who just love doing silly voices and also pretending to be sad on camera. But we're having a great time. Hopefully you are having a wonderful time at home. We are planning on putting this all up on YouTube as well. So if you missed any episodes, you can watch them and get caught up for free in the coming weeks. Stay tuned for next week because we are going to be doing episode 5 of season 2 of the Fellguard, and trust me, you don't want to miss. Please follow our YouTube, youtube.com/PSL Comedy, all the socials as well at PSL Comedy. Folks, have yourself a wonderful rest of your night, and my God, fun episode, y'all. Welcome back to your bodies.
Woo!
Phew.
All right. God, I need to go drink some food or drink some food. Eat some food and drink some drink. Bye, everybody.